Also, हाम्रो अस्ति last video एउटा सद्गुरुको it was like going viral कि. So we'd like to apologize to no one.
Absolutely no one.
You can shove it up your ass.
We'll elaborate that next time, bro. When just 3 of us are here, no?
के भन्यो सद्गुरुलाई
कहाँ अस्ति हामीले सद्गुरु र रामदेव र बाबालाई चाहिँ झगडा बनाउनु पर्छ बक्सिङ म्याचमा कसले फाइट गर्दा कसले जित्छ भनेर अब
I think Ramdev, man, I seen him do MMA or something.
Only wrestling.
I seen him do
My point
grappling
exactly,
and
bro.
stuff.
My point exactly. No?
Sadhguru is like he's
Adventure,
100 years old, man. Like he's just staying young. I don't know how.
Ramdev's got man. Ramdev will get on his back and choke the fuck out of like Sadhguru.
Yeah, he won't have a chance.
Unless like Sadhguru's got like couple of good fast
Sadhguru
hands.
is like
Or
passive.
Then we had this couple of ladies and dudes also.
I know,
actually.
that topic was followed by who has the bigger dick.
Yeah. We also said like who do you think has a bigger piece on them? And I thought Ramdev again like
Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
Sadhguru.
Sadhguru, sorry.
No, I think Ramdev, man. Ramdev is like
No, he might have a longer day.
he might do something like this and like put that energy over there. Sadhguru is too passive. I don't even think he jerks off. He's like Sansar, life, this, that, and he's just chill. Okay?
Ramdev चाहिँ है anyway man त्यही कुरा गर्दाखेरि a ton of people got like triggered. I mean like good for them, like whatever. Like
I mean, I like.
I'm like the point got a little messy because they started attacking our family, like our upbringing, like तँलाई तेरो बाउ आमाले यही सिकायो खालके हुन्छ नि.
होइन यस्तो सद्गुरुले राम्रो भन्ने कुरा
fucking pants.
आफूलाई मन पर्छ नि कुनै कुरा त हैन.
It was nothing against them.
त्यतिकै जोक गरेर.
No, we were just joking like who's gonna win in a fight and who's got a bigger dick. Then this lady got into our DMs and she's trying to turn it into a feminist thing like सद्गुरुको छोरी छ थाहा छ त्यो छोरीले देख्यो भने के हुन्छ I'm like shut the fuck up lady हैन there's worse things Sadhguru's been called than having a bigger dick like basically I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to turn this like Sadhguru business into some feminist fucking agenda like we are cursing our ladies or something.
Actually, like my family, my whole family is Sadhguru, not this Sadhguru though, like this is not the commercial one. It's another guy, yeah. It's another guy.
Siddhi Baba
He has
भनेको ल
duris,
Siddhi Baba भनेको
अब यहाँनिर उसको सत्संग पनि छ नि वसुन्धरामा. My whole family is it's not the commercial Sadhguru. My family, my father's side family, they don't eat meat, none of that stuff. I mean, personally, I find it boring.
Sorry, last night comes down to like people are always looking for inspiration and motivation from someplace else. Like you said, if you look deep down inside, you'll find it within you. But at some people just need a little help, Like
Sadhguru is not a bad guy. Ramdev is not a bad guy. They were just joking.
Until like for some people, you might be Sadhguru at this point of time. For your boxers, like they might listen to what, like blindly trust you, and as long as you don't abuse the trust, you keep motivating them, keep inspiring them. More power to you. Just whatever, man. We'll get back to this again.
Each person that was triggered, and I did the thing of like
they should do some
follow,
soul
like
searching.
not following, but like looking up their profiles. Yeah, whole profile, mother like each post there's a Sadhguru photo. So
if they ask
it was more like
Sadhguru fan club.
यस्तो भन्यो Sadhguru, like how do you feel when Sadhguru what would
त्यही
you
त
say?
bro
You won't care.
मैले मेसेज हामीले मेसेजमा त्यही लेखेको लाइक सद्गुरुले यो क्लिप हेरेर हाँस्यो होला तिमीहरू चाहिँ किन टेन्सन लिएको जान आफ्नो आमा बाउसँग टाइम स्पेन्ड गर त क्या हामीलाई इडी गर्नु भन्दा लाइक
they just have time in their hand.
Anyway bro, sorry to get you caught up in this again.
No sir.
Turn that shit up!
कति बोल्नु बोलेको रहेछ यता पनि बोलेको उता पनि बोल्यो
The most funny is that त्यसको लो छ त
अङ्ग्रेजीमा ब्याचलर्स गरेछु
This is it. Episode 70 हैन आज
70.
Hey, finally 70 so
70
70 कुनै कसरी पुग्यो तर पुग्नु चाहिँ पुग्दैछ. Anyway, आज amongst us we have Mr. Popularly known as Jet Dai. हैन सबैको Jet Dai. अनि he runs a boxing gym right now. Currently one of the best boxing gyms in Kathmandu. H2O Athletics.
Mhm.
And he has a bunch of a good stable of boxers, I would say. And recently, one of his fighters, just a couple of days ago, he fought in this IBA World Boxing
Yeah.
Championship,
Uh,
Robin Thapa. He was an ex-teammate. He's a friend of mine, like a brother of mine too, and we were all supporting him. That was an insane fight, bro.
yeah.
And keeping that aside, thanks for coming, Azu. Much to
Hey,
talk
pleasure.
Much to talk
It
about.
was a pleasure.
हाम्रो भ्युअरहरूले पनि some of them were like message कमेन्टहरूमा जेट दाई आई डोन्ट नो तपाईँको चिन्ने भाइहरू हो कि जेट दाई ल्याउनुपर्छ है टाइप्स के
Oh, right.
सो राइट we've been like talking quite some time now to
Wow.
try to get you here, and अस्ति मिलेन due to some work and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Finally, thanks again, bro.
No worries.
How's it going, man? Especially with like H2O oily.
H2O is doing good, man. Like, I mean, सोचेको भन्दा अलिक राम्रो नै छ भन्नुपर्छ है. I mean,
Because
but-
you guys opened it up lockdown ko बीचमा no? I mean
like,
lockdown
lockdown,
pandemic
I mean, lockdown over पनि भएको थिएन खासमा. It's like अझै खोलेको जस्तो I guess 2 weeks पछि चाहिँ लकडाउन रेज गरेको थियो गभर्मेन्टले. बट त्योभन्दा अगाडि नै मैले चाहिँ त्यो लकडाउन हुँदा नै पिपल वर इन्ट्रेस्टेड. मैले अलिअलि मान्छेलाई फ्री क्लासेस पनि दिन थालिसकेको थिएँ. प्लस माई फाइटर्स दे had अलरेडी एकछिन इनएक्टिभ भएर बसिसकेको थियो नि त. सो आई वान्टेड देम टु गेट ब्याक टु द जिम. जसरी पनि आऊ यताउता होइन, चोर बाटोबाट हुन्छ कि केबाट. एन्ड देन एभ्रीबडी कमिङ वी स्टार्टेड वर्किङ. इभन यु नो आफू पनि वर्क गरेन भने होइन, इभन यु फिल लाइक सिट क्या फेरि त्यस्तो बेला. आई मिन
Yeah.
That was a shitty phase for everybody, basically.
Yeah.
Activity like
oh,
anxiety, overthinking.
Yeah, man. I mean, in a way, it was like sort of like a blessing in disguise too. अब सोच्ने टाइम तन्न पायो नि त.
Yeah.
अनि like for me, like I got out of shape physically, but my mentality is in the right place right now. Lockdown नभएको भए सायद I don't know, man. हुन्छ नि maybe I don't know, हुन्छ नि थाहा छैन, तर हुन्थेन होला जस्तो लाग्छ क्या. I was forced to think नि त. मजाले सोच्नु पायो कुराहरू एन्ड राम्रोसँग प्याच मजाले क्या सेट पनि गर्न पायो. एन्ड अहिले डिसेन्ट नै भइरहेछ. सो इट्स प्रिटी गुड अहिले. होपफुली अब क्यान बी सेटिस्फाइड इन गुड. अझै राम्रो गर्नु पऱ्यो नि.
You were in America for a considerable amount of time, right?
Yeah, about 7.5 years, almost 8 years.
And you
September
came back to Nepal like 3-4 years ago, if I'm not
4
mistaken.
years भयो अस्ति
4 years.
सेप्टेम्बरमा.
And you've always had the dream to like start you came back to start a gym, right?
Yeah, basically अब फाइटरहरू क्रिएट गरौँ होइन, जिम खोलौँ, अब यही प्लानमा आएको. अब सोचेको जस्तो हुँदैन. सर्टन थिङ्स ह्यापन, सर्ट प्याथहरूले यताउता भयो, बट वी आर हियर. H2O खोलेछ. अब फाइनली अन ट्र्याक भन्छु म चाहिँ अझै. हुन्छ नि.
You were overseas for the अघि भन्दै थिएँ नि.
Yeah.
So is that where you picked up boxing?
Yeah, मन पर्ने चाहिँ पहिल्यैदेखि हो होइन. लाइक आई थिङ्क अल गाइज लाइक कम्ब्याट स्पोर्ट्स नि होइन. बट बक्सिङ चाहिँ इज लाइक एक्चुली आई वेन्ट फर लाइक फिटनेस वाइज गएको थिएँ जिम. होइन अब वेटहरू उचाल्नु ट्राई गरेँ 2-3 महिना. एउटा हुन्छ नि बोरिङ लाग्ने क्या. अनि आई डोन्ट लाइक आई गेस माई माइन्ड वान्टेड मोर एक्साइटमेन्ट हुन्छ नि. अनि वान आई भेरी क्लोज टु माई होम एउटा X3 स्पोर्ट्स भन्ने छ क्या. यता ब्रान्चहरू छ क्या त्यसको 4-5वटा अराउन्ड एटलान्टा. अनि त्यहाँ गएको यस्तै 1-2 विक्समै कोचले स्पारिङ गर भन्नु जस्तो लाग्यो. लाइक हुन्छ नि आई युज्ड टु थिङ्क आम अ ब्याड एस यु नो आई मिन लाइक त्यति बेला यङ. अनि म्यान दिस गाई जस्टिन जेरल्स भन्ने इज स्टिल इन माई इन्स्टाग्राम एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ. गुड गाई, बिट द सिट आउट अफ मी हुन्छ नि. आई थिङ्क द्याट्स व्हेन आई डिसाइडेड टु पिक अप द स्पोर्ट म्यान. आई रियलाइज्ड I ain't shit. हुन्छ नि म चाहिँमा हिरो बन्नु मात्रै खोज्दो रहेछ. लाइक रियालिटी सेट अप फन म्यान. आई ain't shit म्यान. बाटोमा कचोरी पिटाइ खाइसक्दो रहेछ हेर त तिमी हुन्छ नि. इफ आई एक्चुली रियली गट इन्टु अ फाइट यु नो आई मिन. सो त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ अनि आई लाइक यो दिस स्पोर्ट. अनि यु नो जस्ट आई गेस लाइक आफूलाई इम्प्रुभ गरेन त्यहाँबाट. यु नो वान्स यु गेट इन्टु स्पोर्ट लाइक के कुरा एक्सपोज हुन्छ नि त. अनि देन यो मेन्टालिटी जस्ट लाइक म्यान अर्को लेभलमा जानु थाल्छ जस्तो लाग्छ. बक्सिङ कम्ब्याट स्पोर्ट्स इन जेनरल आई थिङ्क इट्स द्याट काइन्ड अफ अ स्पोर्ट. That's what separates like basketball, football, cricket, bodybuilding, all this stuff from combat sports.
Sure. Then you came back here and I think dancing came before.
Obviously मैले खासै चाहिँ जिम नै खोल्ने भनेर आएको होइन बट देन यु नो द ओल्ड जिम आई युज्ड टु कोच इन त्यहाँ जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ अनि मेरो भाइ अब मनिष चाहिँ मसँग वी अलरेडी टकिङ क्या म अमेरिका भन्दा वी अलरेडी टकिङ इज गोन ट्रेन विथ मी बिकज इट वाज अल्सो माई फर्स्ट टाइम एज अ कोच नाउ होइन अब टिल देन त अब स्टिल अलिकति कम्पिट गर्दै थियो अमेरिकामै थिएँ नि म अनि एक्चुली म सेप्टेम्बरमै लास्ट कम्पिट गरेर आएको थिएँ क्या अनि देन हामी कुरा गरिरहेको थियौँ क्या अनि मनिष भाइले त्यति बेला सेड ओके इज गोन इन रक विथ मी होइन अनि देन
Manish is a solid guy to have as your first
रेस
first mate. If there's anyone, he's a solid dude, man.
अनि त्यहाँबाट वी हेडेड अफ लाइक भाइब पनि मिल्यो नि त दुईजनाको एनर्जी बिकज नट ओन्ली मनिष I gave a lot of people like come and train with me. I told them, you know what I mean? But they did. But energy चाहिँ एकजनासँग मात्रै म्याच भयो अनि Manish stayed with me from then. And we did great things together, man. Like, you know, I think boxing, like, I know for a fact हामीले नै उहाँहरूको लेभलमा लिएर गएको भनेर like people didn't even talk about boxing like that before.
Yeah.
Right?
Like mainstream like.
Mainstream. I mean, people won't say it, but I know it. I mean, nobody even used to post shit on social media like boxing, none of that stuff, you know what I mean? But for us, that thing we do it on a daily basis in America. And it's not a bad thing. It's a platform. Yeah. And I mean, I think you guys can also see within 3-4 years now, everybody's talking about combat sports, not just boxing, you know what I mean? When the era, the world is moving towards combat sports. Like the entire YouTubers, everybody. This is the next big thing. If people don't get into it right now, they're just going to be left behind. Yeah? Like if you were born in America and you didn't care about baseball or rugby, you would be like, what the fuck, Super Bowl season, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, we don't, because I'm not interested.
Yeah.
This thing is like left behind. It's like, oh, this is the next thing to talk about. And you know, like shit, man, Nepal represent गर्ने next level मा जाने अब यही एथलिटहरूले जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ and moves पनि भइरहेछ it'll still take 5, 10, 15 years. It's a long term investment. But
Sorry.
अनि I think eventually चाहिँ नेपाल जस्तो country that has been politicianले ridicule गरेर यस्तो pathetic ठाउँमा पुऱ्याइदिसकेको country. I think people like us, man, like we have seen हुन्छ नि सहेर बस्नु पर्यो कति कुराहरू यो कन्ट्रीबाट च्याम्पियन बन्नलाई त्यो ग्रिट छ क्या मान्छेहरूसँग छ you know what I mean? Next champion world. I mean, I don't doubt. I can see it right now. People, अघि पनि मैले भन्दै थिएँ उसलाई डिजलाई from the land of Himalayas when one day I can see somebody like the Michael Buffer just they will be नेपालबाट आउँछ क्या आउँछ केटाहरू त्यो पाथमै हिँडिरहेको पनि छ हिँडिरहेकै छ हामीले गरि नै रहेको छ man. It's tough work behind the scenes, but that's what you need to do for years.
If any sport we could do something, I think it would be combat sport. Like the ones ni. Like
It's fair.
It's fair and square. Right? Like weight classes early garda heri. Because basketball is like no chance.
Yeah.
Like especially India sang khelda heri na हैन धोबी खाइन्छ.
Everything else, I mean, even combat sports is a team sport, but not like basketball, football. Okay? If the defense is not good, you're gonna lose. If the goalkeeper is not good, if the striker is not gonna, you can lose.
Yeah.
But in there, that's the fighter, and I mean, and the team he has, and everything is on you. And if you don't do good in combat sports, you're gonna be exposed, man. In football, when the striker is running, the defense can take a breather. In combat sports, you can. If you, another thing I say, if you're breathing, now that motherfucker is also breathing. You know what I mean? Like if you're resting, he's resting. So in combat sports, the only thing edge, okay? If you can't rest, you gotta be gas. Cardio is super important, man. Super important. Like jati manchele socha tyo bhanda extremely important cha cardio chai. No matter how much talent you have, if you don't have strength and conditioning, it'll be tough.
There's this I heard somebody say it and it was so true. like fighters are not scared to get beaten up. They are scared to get tired. Okay?
Fact, always happened to me.
You know, like you're scared that
Always
am I
happened to
gonna
me.
burn out? Like
Yeah. I
in
mean,
the
when
middle of
I
the
was
fight.
competing, that's, always happened to me because, but one thing I know from my mistakes, sometimes I was cheating, yeah. Like I could make, I wasn't supposed to fight at middleweight, but sometimes I would fight in middleweight with big guys. I wouldn't care so much about weight classes to source, yeah. But in the fight, right? Not that guy say like the heavy hands, like you hitting them, they just boom, boom, they turn right back. With you, they just like putting it all the way back. It's good chin. Nepali people have good chin. राम्रो खप्न सक्छ हामीले पिटाइ पनि के
छुरी धेरै खाएर होला।
म देखाउँछु एक दिन तिमीलाई मेरो क्लिप्स होइन bro, my head is like boom, yeah. It's like flying backwards, yeah. And I'm bam, I'm coming back. This guy's boom, boom. He's just turning right back and coming at me, yeah. Weight class, this the matter. So, त्यो सानो चिट गर्छ नि हामीले, not just that. त्यही नै हो क्या फेरि त्यही पाइल भएर नै त्यो पछि गएर आफू कन्फिडेन्टमा इस्यु आउने त्यहीँनिर हो क्या. And when it's time to fight, you're like, man, you know what? I ate pizza like 2 weeks ago. Shit, I jerked off like 3 weeks ago. Stop, man, I'm telling you, these are real things. Yeah? Just I wasn't sleeping correctly. I was everything. Almost like a son. Fighters can't nah, man, because the other guy might not be doing just that. You understand? So no pages should be left unturned in combat sports, boxing in general.
But,
A couple of years ago, after the novice tournament, you held a press conference saying that the referees were being incompetent and you got robbed.
Press conference?
Or like, I saw it in your IG.
No. That wasn't a press conference about referees. हामी चाहिँ त्यसलाई चाहिँ के थियो एउटा दाइ थियो नाम पनि नभनौँ होइन. Why give them any kind of exposure? अब कस्तो भने I came in 2017 मा आउनुभन्दा अगाडि अनि 2015 आउँदाखेरि I met this guy अनि एउटा just hitting the bags बसिरहेको थिएँ अनि I felt oh that is legit, hard worker. नेपालमा अब corruption भइराख्ने, he talks about those things टाइपको. अनि त्यो दाइ हामीहरू मिलेर चाहिँ त्यही प्रोफेसनल बक्सिङहरू गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने टाइपले. But it didn't turn out like हामीले सोचेको जस्तो. भित्र नै अब क्या अब people want to be hero, man. You know what I mean? Like I am the guy who did it type को क्या. They don't understand being an organizer, like handling youngsters, becoming a coach is all to put them first than you. Yeah, it's a very hard thing to do. Yeah, like imagine if I put all the energy in me instead of my fighters, I'll probably be famous as hell. But that's not the goal, you know. It's bigger purpose. Not everybody can see that, man. Like not everybody can become a coach, man. नेपालमा अलिकति ठिक छ, न्यू अनि सिक्छ. हामीले गरेपछि त अर्को जेनेरेसन विल डु इट इभन बेटर. हामीभन्दा राम्रो गरेर देखाउँछ उनीहरूले. यस्तै त हो. नेपालमा चाहिँ इन अ वे यु हेभ टु सोर्ट अफ क्रिएट यु ओन ब्लु प्रिन्ट. होइन आई मिन टेक अ लिटल बिट फ्रम एभ्री अदर कन्ट्री. बट हामी आफैले अलिअलि किनभने यहाँको अलिकति कस्तो अब डेमोग्राफी नै अर्कै छ नि त. सो वी हेभ टु सोर्ट अफ लाइक डु थिङ्स अलिकति डिफ्रेन्टली. बट खुट्टा चाट्ने चाक चाट्ने बानी चाहिँ छैन. You know what I mean? Can't do that, man. त्यो भएर पनि अहिले I'm like sometimes मलाई अलिकति हार्ड टाइम हुन्छ यताउता गेमहरू यता मेरो केटाहरूलाई पनि गाह्रो हुन्छ त्यो कारणले होइन. Because I'm not willing to like.
You mean like when you have to deal with the system?
Yeah, man. I'm not willing to, man. You know, I'm not like I just can't. If मैले पनि त्यही गऱ्यो भने त I'm not gonna teach that to my kids, man. You should fall towards the system type of कुरा.
Like sorry, it was kind of a shame that Robin went there without you. Like I gotta say it, man.
अब त्यो पनि कस्तो भने अब
sorry for those who don't know, I'm talking about Robin Thapa, the up and coming boxer from H2O Athletics. There was a fight a couple of days ago in Serbia, Belgrade, man. No? And there was this amateur, one of the best amateur championships there.
And that's the top of the line.
Yeah. Even like Roy Jones and all like endorsed that, like that अब Roy Jones the god हुने हैन even he talks about posts about it and all and के भन्छ in that tournament he went representing Nepal but tell me if I'm wrong okay like that he went with coaches who he doesn't trust.
I mean, you know how we were communicating, like talk on the phone, la bhai, and he's in that. I sent him in that training camp. You know, I'm asking him, what do they teach you, and I'm just telling him, don't worry about it, man. You know, this is another test. You know what? Work on that. You know, work on this. Whatever we've been working on. Whenever you get time, come to the gym. We work on things, and you know, sometimes come twice in a week or once in a week. We'll come from that camp, and again we work on things.
Oh, so once he got selected, he had to switch camps,
He sort of had to,
but he still
but-
trusted you.
yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, Tara, you know, if your coach is there, it's different, man. You're programmed to listen to your coach's
Yeah, that's
voice.
what that
you
was
know,
what I was
you know
saying.
your fighter know the coach. You know, and we could have beat that part. I mean, it was still a great fight. He put in a good
Yeah,
performance.
those who haven't seen that fight, it's on YouTube. I think. Day कति 3? Aiba day.
Day 3 नै होला.
Day 3 भन्ने. Just like they have.
Robin Thapa, Aiba men's boxing. You can type that on YouTube.
Aiba ma.
It was on Action Sports पनि नि हैन.
I don't know. I watched it on.
But YouTube हेऱ्यो हुन्छ.
Bro, he went up against this. Sorry, bro. Let me just
Yeah.
blow this up a little bit. He went up against this Mongolian fighter who is like 28, 29, like insanely experienced as compared to Robin's resume. Robin the national level selection, Nepal ko bhanum na. He's like Asian level. That dude has like fought Aibama like 100 times already. Like I'm just exaggerating, but like
Like 70-80 times though. Yeah.
Insane. Abo amateur level ma. Plus he's fought like Olympians and that commentator le bhande थियो म त छक्कै परे like he's gone up against like Olympians and like held his own khalke ke.
Yeah, he did.
And
I was extremely proud, man.
yeah, and the performance and the fucking hell, the commentators also like in my opinion they were like biased as fuck like हुन्छ नि like blowing up this Mongolian guy and हाम्रो नेपालको लागि चाहिँ I know this is too big of a stage for him like almost like that like हुन्छ नि
Yeah, so it was sort of like that. But you know, if you're going to like fight and experience fight, most of the time it's just any कुराहरु नै हुन्छ. I mean, I tell my fighters all the time, if you want to go and win, you got to dominate, not keep it competitive, man.
it was competitive in this
It
case.
was. So you sort of have to, you know, young छ नेपालमा त्यस्तो experience अझै लिन बाँकी छ. We amateur is all experience for us, man. We want to become professionals, हुन्छ नि, like different goals हैन. And my fighters know what I'm talking about. This is just experience, किनभने they keep robbing us over here. Here, man, Nepal is this small of a country, yeah. But they keep robbing you. Ego hurt on the fighter. You know, they forget they were one time they were fighters. Favorism. यहाँ पनि कांग्रेसको पार्टी हेरे हो, एमालेको पार्टी, even in boxing. अलिकति sadness हुन्छ कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ, तर ठिक छ, you know. I mean, it just makes you strong, man. So, like,
you gotta fight through a lot
it
of
just makes you strong. I think they don't realize that thing. I always tell my fighters, bully, यही मान्छेहरू त मलाई फोटो खिच्न आउँछ, and they'll be like, then that's when you'll be like later, you know what I mean? Okay, like, I mean, your coach, they also love their country, I know, even though they take favorism, corruption, they like their country, they love boxing, you know, fair, अब fair हुन्छ भने अघि नै, तर sometimes यस्तो पनि हुन्छ क्या. But सबै कुरामा जहाँ पनि मान्छेलाई unfair treatment भइरहन्छ, any not just in combat sports, there's like they're just making people strong. I mean, that's what they're doing, man. They just don't realize it. पछि थाहा हुन्छ, they'll be like, damn, they can't be broken, like, damn, we made them too strong. हुन्छ क्या पछि गएर.
I feel like हाम्रो like over time, over generations, like this selfish nature यति धेरै develop भइसक्यो कि it's trickled into all parts of our society, from sports देखि लिएर हुन्छ नि, economy, diplomats, bureaucracy, politics त obviously हैन, सबै चिजमा त्यो selfish nature बिस्तारै develop भइसक्यो. And then it's gone so far deep that people who've like sort of have that small अब त्यो त्यो हुन्छ नि आगो क्या fire within them to like maybe like I want to change भन्दा पनि त्यो pressure धेरै भएर क्या त्यो like to seeing like how deep it's ingrained in us like seeing त्यो देख्दाखेरि चाहिँ they'll be like fuck सबैजना यस्तो रहेछ and a lot of people give in to that and
I
then
think
it
it's-
just like keeps on continuing like
पहिल्यैदेखि नै थियो होला यो कुराहरू बट राइट नाउ सोसियल मिडिया सबको हातमा फोन छ नि त नाउ इट्स ओन्ली सिन मोर क्या किनभने यु क्यान सी राइट देन एन्ड दे हुन्छ नि त्यो हो क्या पिपल वर अलवेज सेल्फिस ब्रदर पिपल हेभ डन हरेबल थिङ्स इन द पास्ट लाइक mass मर्डरदेखि लिएर जेनोसाइड यु नो यु गाइज नो होइन इस अहिले चाहिँ सोसियल मिडियाको जमाना भएर पनि
no but त्यतिखेर it was more about to some extent like survival को लागि भनौँ न to some, I wouldn't say genocides तर अब like conquest and all these things were more for like अब survival time त्यतिखेर survival of the fittest नै थियो नि त होइन तर अब चाहिँ it's become like greed को लागि जति सम्पत्ति कलेक्ट गर्न सकोस् for the next generation त्यस्तै अब in a way that is also survival नै है तर
it's modern day
beyond
survival you know
it's beyond like what
different-
you need
अब तिमीले मैले तिम्रो सब आइएम लुकिङ एट यो ग्राम आइएम कम्पेयरिङ माई लाइफ त्यो हुन्छ नि तिम्रो देखास् लाइक सो जस्ट लाइक आई मिन इट्स हाउ यु लुक एट इट मैले चाहिँ फेरि आई सी पिपल बिकमिङ मोर प्यासनेट लाइक आई डोन्ट नो बिकज दोज आर थिङ्स आई लुक एट आई सी देम बिकमिङ मोर अवेर म त एकदमै अवेर पाउँछु अहिलेको जेनेरेसनलाई है म चाहिँ अलिक छ तिमीले भनेको कुरा नभएको चाहिँ होइन होइन बट आई जस्ट म्यान आई क्यान इन्टरटेन माइसेल्फ विथ त्यो कुराहरू आई विल बी डिप्रेस्ड एज अ म सक्दैन क्या आई जस्ट इग्नोर दोज थिङ्स बिकज इट्स बियोन्ड माई कन्ट्रोल टु यु नो अनि वर्ल्ड इज अलवेज गोन बी अ फक्ड अप प्लेस म्यान हामी इल टेक एभ्री इज कम्बाइन्ड एफर्ट एभ्रीबडी क्या लाइक कन्सियसली यु गोट वेक अप टुडे आई विल गो एन्ड डु दिस गुड थिङ नाउ इफ एभ्रीबडी इज द्याट and people don't do that. People are not bad, man. They're lazy. क्या तिमीहरू कोही पनि नराम्रो मान्छे छैन नि यहाँ छोड त कोही तिमीहरू I don't think you guys necessarily consider yourself a bad person, but अब संसार चेन्ज गर्नु भनेको you know to अलिक राम्रो man it takes shit load of effort brother.
Most people feel they succumb to their situation पनि नि अब like a lot of people have to sort of make ends meet त्यस्तो सिचुएसनहरू हुन्छ and then अब thinking about these things are like beyond whatever time they have at their disposal भनौँ न अब someone who has to go out there grind all day and अब extra चिजहरू like sometimes I think about someone who's doing like hard labor हुन्छ नि अब this person को लागि actually there's like so much knowledge available क्या तर this person doesn't have the time नि त because he has to like grind क्या त्यो सोच्ने टाइम नै छैन कि अब उसलाई सोध्यो भने अब ग्यालेक्सी all these things oblivious नि अब मतलबै छैन खालि हुन्छ नि so like it goes up like degree बिस्तारै बिस्तारै the more it's a sad fact but like the more wealthy you are the more time you have to think about these things
and people who are fortunate
Yeah.
अलिकति blessed भनौँ न they need to put in that extra work
yeah I feel this
but doesn't happen.
yeah
They rather like chill, you know. Nepalma pani this is a very very long process. It'll take, I mean, eventually the world has to become a good place. If not, like people need to go to Mars, man. Like, you know, they need to really, like, I mean, sometimes man, it kills me, but तर तिमी राम्रो मात्रै गरिराख होइन तिमीले इन्डिरेक्टली कति मान्छेलाई इन्सपायर गरेर हुन्छ हेल्प गरेर हुन्छ यार अब तिमीले भने त्यही त्यो अनफर्चुनेट मान्छेले क्या वी हेभ हर्ड अफ सो मेनी स्टोरिज बाई नाउ पिपल हु स्टार्टेड फ्रम द बटम
yeah
बट नाउ एभ्रीबडी हेज द्याट पोटेन्सियल क्या तर नेपालमा चाहिँ यु नो गभर्मेन्ट इज अ फेलियर होइन अनि त्यो भनिदिने मान्छेहरू छैन कि उनीहरूलाई जस्तै man, you can do this. You got this one. Every day, if somebody's telling them, let's say a poor father is telling their son, okay, you need to find a job. What do you want to do? Like, I will sacrifice my money one time. I'll work extra. That's the only way you can break the generational curse system. It's deep, man. This you could have, you have to get too deep. A lot of people might actually fall asleep. Oh, it's really deep. You could have it. तर अहिले तिमीले भनेको पनि ठिक हो it's how you look at the world. World is a messed up
Bro,
place.
I have a question. I follow your Instagram like for motivation. Honestly, like you always put forward posts like positive stuff, and you also obviously you have a good command over the language English and Nepali a little bit, so it resonates with people of this generation also. And I also feel along those lines, I feel you can become a motivational speaker also. Having like met you and spoken with you, like like you can. I'm not saying in any bad connotation, but like you can talk, you can really grasp people's attention and maybe inspire them a little bit here and there, spark a flame.
Eventually, eventually I did have a plan of like, one day maybe I'll speak to a bunch of people, because I got into that stuff. That's how my life changed. Like, I didn't have a father or mother who taught me how to talk, or my father doesn't even talk. Like, if you go relative go away, he's like, you don't talk. What I mean? People have said he doesn't talk. What I mean? My mother, I only met her once I grew up. We're not even tight. Today type was a. तर म पनि यहाँ लाइक खै यसै मैले गड अब आई डोन्ट से बुद्ध शिव यस्तो चाहिँ होइन तर हायर पावर I just like I had actually I had a accident क्या and I was 2-3 months I was bedridden होइन अनि त्यति बेला man I was just coming across this positive things क्या I was a shitty human being bro, like I know I mean not too long I was still doing sometimes I was doing shitty things but at that time I was a completely very very negative person and blaming the world type of thing like यस्तो मान्छे अनि man I just came across like speakers and like man I just like changed my life man I don't know like अब अहिले म पहिला जतिको धेरै सुन्दिनँ होला तर I had T-Mobile unlimited internet shit I was murdering YouTube bro like the guy in T-Mobile he was like usually average man say 4G visits on so yours is 2000 so I was like listening to that shit like crazy yeah and I also read this thing called the unconscious mind pickup yeah and every time I go to sleep I would go sleep listening to these things yeah and sometimes when I speak and I'm words are coming I'm like how did I say that but maybe I think my unconscious mind they can't grasp what I like त्यो कुराहरु अनि मलाई चाहिँ त्यो सेन्सलेस खै जहिले पनि मसँग कुरा अलिक इन्टेन्स टाइपको टक हुन्छ जोसँग पनि के लाइक एभरेज कुराहरु अलिक बोरिङ कुरा हुन्छ नर्मल कुराहरु खाना खाइस भात खाइस हिरोले यस्तो गर्यो हुन्छ नि those things don't interest me क्या हुन्छ नि like my interested like that one thing even movies I don't really watch movies I like superhero movies yeah, I'm into it sometimes it's good to get out of reality and like okay take time off and this to say shit it's okay yeah already I'm obsessed with boxing I wake up it's boxing go to sleep I'm still watching boxing open Instagram it's boxing and you got to nurture your mind to become like that it's not that I don't want to look at other things you got when I was around 24-25 I learned you can brainwash yourself we are all brainwashed in some way right you can choose to brainwash yourself for who you want to become man and even if I don't want to I'll start watching a fight and I'll get into it sometimes you start movie पहिला के बच्चाले के काम यसो हेर्न थाल्यो एउटा मुभी हेरे बोरिङ मुभी पनि इन्ट्रेस्टिङ लाग्न थाल्छ नि like it's similar if you force yourself to man I mean like you have to because if that's your something because every day you're not going to feel like yes today I want to still watch this sometimes you got to tell your mind you are in control watch this right
अहिले त कति अप्सन्स के हेर्ने कुन चाहिँ फाइटर हेर्ने कुन चाहिँ मुभी हेर्ने लाइक मुभी र फाइटर छान्दा थकिन्छ
आज मैले त्यही हिजो अमन भन्ने एउटा भाइ छ अहिले एउटा हाम्रो नयाँ प्रस्पेक्ट 5-6 मन्थ भयो ट्रेनिङ गरेको उसलाई सेन्डिङ सम फाइट्स क्या एउटा दुईवटा मेरो फोर पठाउँछ भनेको होइन पठाइ भएर क्या I'm sending him like 10-12 वटा फाइट क्या
लास्ट उसले कुनै नहेरिदिरहेको
I mean I hope he does man
ओभरलोड भएर क्या
म चाहिँ अब
खाना चिसो भइसक्यो भिडियो चुज गरेर
त्यस्तो भयो पनि I can see क्या टक टक पठाएँ 2टा पठाएँ होइन सिन भयो नि फेरि टक टक फेरि सिन टक 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 सिन he's like damn दाइ like he's trying to like but man त्यस्तो हुनु man when I was competing bro like पहिला त I used to work in a gas station and then पछि we had a small convenience store not a fancy not like quick trip type small convenience store थियो होइन man I used to take my iPad again bro you know I have free T-Mobile and everything and I'm watching boxing like crazy and I'm मजा हुन्छ नि काउन्टर पछाडि customer walks in he's like what the fuck is wrong with this dude you know and like त्यो बेन्चको साइडमा गयो होइन डिप्सहरू हान्यो होइन उभिँदाखेरि नि के निहरू यस्तो गर्दै I mean I think you sort of have to be a little bit off like not like in a crazy but different हुने was a boxing combat sport गर्न अलिकति आँडे हुन्छ नि अहिलेको सोसाइटीले भन्ने अनुसार चाहिँ हल्का क्रेजी अलिकति हुनुपर्छ who wants to get punched in their face for a living you have to be a little bit crazy for that the reward पनि is good I know my boys will be driving Bugatti one day you know I don't spend money on that भन्छु but
काठमाडौँको बाटोमा चाहिँ हैन होला
maybe by that time बाटो पनि अलिकति राम्रो होला
अस्ति के भन्छ someone like we were just talking about stuff अनि the people are buying like 8-10 करोडको गाडी there's like no road to ride ni so like rather invest like half their money on the streets at least आफ्नो घरदेखि अफिससम्म बाटो बना हैन त्यसपछि 4 करोडको गाडी चढ 4 करोडको बाटो like कहाँ चलाउने
अलिअलि बाटो बनाएको जस्तो त गरिरहेछ but
and it's gotten significantly better पहिला
it's like after that Mustang trip I realized that a lot of the roads that have
कस्तो थियो बाटो त्यता
like I realized most of the roads that are built like properly is very strategic
ए राम्रो थियो बाटो
as in like अब कुन चाहिँ कन्ट्रीलाई फेभर हुन्छ बोर्डर सेयर हुन्छ के हुन्छ नि अब like that path goes all the way to China नि त it's like almost highway नै भइसक्यो त्यहाँ खासादेखि so त्यहाँदेखि त it's like pitch road wide like 8 lane roadsहरू छ त्यहाँनिर almost done नै भनौँ माथिको लोमनथाङको बाटो नि दामी बनाएको न त पहिला त they were saying like लोमनथाङको त्यो 2 hour
पहिला भन्दा राम्रो बनाएको चाहिँ भने
it used to take people like 8 hours
यस्तो
because like यत्रो ढुङ्गा हुन्थ्यो त्यहाँ
but that's the fun of going to Mustang no shit oh no I mean
obstacle मा हामी यस्तो भयो
मलाई Mustang चाहिँ जानु मन छ it looks
you should go man
like a Hollywood set
if you hate the roads no you can fly to Jomsong like
no but I think
like that's the only thing sometimes I'm like I don't even have time to go anywhere
sure
if like without me like things right now अलिकति के I'm ready
you can go boxing all the way
हल्का रिटायर भएपछि जाने
ठाउँमा रोक्दै
अब होला नि कहिले मिल्छ कुनै गड विल अनलाइन द्याट डे अल्सो के ल छुट्टी मिलाइदिन्छ कि
पोखरामा पनि बक्सिङ जिमहरू खोलेको रहेछ नि 1-2 जना
एउटा हाम्रो जिनेस भाइ भन्ने छ एउटा राम्रो भाइ छ है ऊ छ अनि अनि लोक बक्सिङ भन्ने गुरु हुनुहुन्छ होइन अनि राम्रो लाग्छ है मलाई उनीहरूको एनर्जी के अब उहाँहरू लोक बक्सिङ इज भेरी मच धेरै ठुलो बट you know he's always coming and dabbing and stuff like that Kathmanduma they're like you know giving us side eyes and stuff like that I don't understand it's ni oh and अब चितवनको पोखराको all mad love हैन त्यस्तो छ है अनि
Nepal is not just Kathmandu man like
Kathmandu man
this is Kathmandu people who think that बाहिरको मान्छे
मलाई काठमाडौँ मान्छेहरू सफ्ट लाग्छ नि तर honestly
फेरि बाहिरको मान्छेहरू फेरि they have this
general that's a very generalizing term but as compared to outside Kathmandu हुन्छ नि we live in this tiny भन्छस् नि overall this bubble Kathmandu bubble भन्छ नि अलिकति superiority complex आइहाल्ने क्या म चाहिँ काठमाडौँ
and in a way कस्तो नि हुँदो रहेछ भन न गएपछि काठमाडौँ केटाहरू है भनेपछि फेरि बाहिर पनि हुँदो रहेछ क्या त्यो पनि म सानो 17 years हुँदा म चुनावमा गएको होइन सामु कुर्सीमा बस्दा हाउडे पौडे दाहरूले लिएर गएर क्या अनि पुरा हामीलाई कहाँ पठाएको भने त्यो एउटा 3 पिप्ले भन्ने गाउँ रहेछ पहाड रहेछ क्या त्यो डोल्खा के हो डोल खाने त हो नि है
डोल्पा
डोल खाने हो क्या?
दोलखा
डोल खाने हो अनि त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ जस्ट त्यहाँबाट हेऱ्यो नि ओखलढुङ्गा देख्छ भन्थ्यो कि अब आई डोन्ट नो देख्छ भन्थ्यो अब मलाई के थाहा कहाँ हो होइन अनि जाँदाखेरि अनि के भने चाहिँ त्यहाँ चाहिँ माओवादी हामी चाहिँ वाइसिएल चाहिँ फेमस थाहा छ वाइसिएलको टिम पार्टीबाट गयो क्या हामी अभियसली फर क्यास होइन त्यति बेला दाइहरूले तर त्यहाँ चाहिँ अब त्यो एमाले काङ्ग्रेस पार्टीहरू हुन्छ नि त अनि त्यहाँबाट काठमाडौँबाट गुन्डाहरू आयो भनेपछि तर्सियो कोही पनि नआएर हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो क्या अब हामीसँग एउटा खुकुरी धरि छैन दे कुड ह्याभ मर्डर्ड अस क्या इफ दे वान्टेड टु लाइक पुरा बुथ क्याप्चर गरेर 7-8 चोटि एउटै मान्छेले भोट हालेर होइन त्यसरी त्यति बेला त वाइसिएलहरूले के अरे त्यहाँ माओवादीले जितेको पनि त्यही टाइममा नै हो क्या अनि पुरा गाउँमा गएको सिट्ठीहरू बजाएर क्या हाम्रो बाइकहरू आएको गर्दै सिट्ठी बजाएर हुन्छ अब काठमाडौँबाट आएको भन्ने बित्तिकै अब कपाल फेरि कस्तो हुन्छ पहिला बेलाको गुन्डा दाहरूको क्या कपाल यहाँ लामो नाइकी बुक भएको ज्याकेट हो नाइकीको ट्र्याक होइन यस्तो हुन्छ नि अलमोस्ट लाइक अहिले जस्तो बिसाइज द हेयर होइन अनि त्यहाँबाट मान्छे तर्सिँदो रहेछ क्या त्यो हुँदो रहेछ बाहिर काठमाडौँबाट आएको अब म सानो हुँदा चितवनमा हुन्थ्यो मेरो ड्याडहरू घर कस्तो कहिले काहीँ जान्थेँ क्या म यहीँ जन्मेँ त्यही पनि दसैँ यस्तो होलिडेमा जानु पाउँछ नि त अन्त जाने अनि काठमाडौँ हाल्यो सबजना क्या अब साथीहरू मिल्न आउने क्या मसँग पैसा हुन्छ अब मोमोहरू खुवाउँछ टाइपको के हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो हुने त्यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ
चितवनमा पनि हाम्रो भूमि ब्रो छ नि
भूमि भेरी भेरी गुड भाइ मलाई एकदम
आई लभ द्याट गाइ म्यान
एकदम यस्तो एनर्जी राम्रो छ एकदम रेस्पेक्ट गर्ने तर आई जस्ट विस ऊ पनि अलिक आयो हुन्थ्यो मैले कति अब सिक्न आउनु पऱ्यो राम्रोसँग किन अगेन लाइक फादरको हुन्छ आई वान्ट बक्सर फ्रम देयर टु बिकम गुड मन लाग्दो रहेछ क्या अनि त्यहाँको केटाहरूलाई मैले हेल्प गर्नु पायो हुन्थ्यो होइन तर अलिकति उनीहरूको टेक्निकली चाहिँ भनेर उनीहरूले अलिक राम्रो कोचहरू पाएको छैन भूमिहरूले भूमिले ट्राई गरिरहेछ
उसले लाइक हुन्छ नि whatever he started for himself like
भूमि बक्सिङ #, होइन चितवन
Is that the guy who flew in last moment ma?
Oh, GFN man, and he beat the other guy because he listened to me.
That fight was brutal, man. Custom. The other guy had a good chin, custom. I thought like
Bhumi has power.
The other guy
Bhumi has power.
Custom. Mother dolio bhan thani.
I think that was the fight of the night, eh? That was the fight of the night.
This is just
entertaining factor
entertaining
like
technically
like that was like
तर त्यसलाई भूमिले के सुन्यो भने चाहिँ भक आने यसो निस्किदियो क्या ऊ कि टाइममा क्या त्यो गरेर एकदम राम्रो न त हि वाज अलिक आउट अफ सेप नि खासरी
लास्ट मिनट
आइदिएको अनि तर उसको हार्ट छ होइन अनि पोजिटिभ छ अब उसले ऊ पनि पहिला अब भएर हिँडेको भाइ त्यहाँनिर उसले पुरा कति मान्छेहरूलाई इन्सपायर गरिरहेको छ यङ्स्टरहरूलाई द्याट्स गुड
Yeah man, he started a proper scene at Chitwan.
All
power to him man. I just hope like Chitwan he just grows.
गएको बेला भेट न भूमिलाल भाइ त्यहाँ हिरो हो नि त्यहाँ भाइ भूमिमा त्यहाँ
टिकटक स्टार पनि हो
भाइले टाइममा जस्ट राम्रो छ मलाई भूमि चाहिँ एकदम गुड भाइ लाग्छ ऊ भयो है मेरो अहिले ओभरअल लाइक एभ्रीबडी हु सपोर्ट्स मी आई सपोर्ट देम त्यस्तो म त whatever energy I receive I give back. If I don't receive good energy, if it's bad, I'm like, I don't care.
Excuse me, I'll just quickly go to the loo and
don't mind.
Besides watching, you have a project called Feed.
Project Fade, man. They say Fade one, feed a dog every day. It's like I had a Doberman pinscher, I used to raise them in America. अनि म आउनुभन्दा अगाडि पनि मैले I had like 13 Doberman puppies. I sold them, made some money from there to come here, yeah. And my plan was
in America.
Yeah, अब I was like, I'm gonna like खतरा अब केन कोर्सहरू होइन दामी ब्रिडहरू चाहिँ अनि क्लाइन्टहरूलाई बेच्ने यस्तो गरेर ट्रेन गरेर यस्तो टाइपको एउटा भिजन थियो आएको म्यान आई एम सिइङ लाइक यहाँ कुकुर छ यहाँ लाइक पाँचवटा घर पछाडि नै इज लाइक ग्याङ अफ डग्स हो आई वाज लाइक इट्स नट इभन एथिकल थिङ टु डु एट दिस पोइन्ट अनि त्यहाँबाट मेरो द माई फर्स्ट डग एन्ना भन्ने छ क्या सी अल्सो इज लाइक दिस बिग त्यति बेला जिउभरि गाउँ क्या अनि म त्यति बेला जिमखाना हिँड्दै जान्थेँ क्या अनि त्यहाँबाट आई युज टु सी देम इन द रोड आई युज टु फिड देम अ लिटल बिट एन्ड गो अन माई वे बट इट्स बिन अ इन्टायर विक आई सी देम राइट देयर अनि त्यहाँबाट मैले एक्स त्यहाँको पसलमा चाहिँ यसो ड्याडहरू ममहरू त्यो हुन्छ नि त कुकुरहरूको पनि अनि खै यिनीहरू दुइटा यतिकै सताएको कुरा जिमको ब्यागमा ढ्याङ्ग हालेर अनि घर लिएर गएर होइन अब म घरबाट पनि निस्किदिएको नि त्यस्तो भन्दा उसलाई कुकुर राख्नु मिल्दैन यस्तो भन्दाखेरि होइन I was like, you know what, I can make my own money, you know, let me find a place and like take my dog with me and until I moved out and खै यार it's like मलाई त मान्छेहरू भन्दा पनि कुकुर अति मनपर्छ कि like I mean humans are cool but dogs I mean I feel like I can understand them डर पनि लाग्दैन मलाई कुकुरहरूसँग लाइक त्यस्तो अग्रेसिभ कुकुरसँग डर लाग्दैन इट्स लाइक मेरो बडी ल्याङ्ग्वेज म आई क्यान फिल कि कहिले कुरा भुकेर दौडिनु आउँछ नि आम लाइक I just give them my hands, yeah, steady, still, heart doesn't even race, yeah, and I'm made for this, man. The dog, I know once I will never retire, but if I semi-retire, I will still be doing a big thing on dogs, like, the government, we need a sanctuary, yeah, not a shelter, but now Nepal needs a sanctuary for dogs, spay them, make sure they don't breed again. बाहिर बाटोमा यसो हेर्दै हिँड्यो नि त दिनदिनै कुकुर उठाएर लानुपर्ने सिचुएसन हुन्छ नि एकदमै अब टोलतिर कुकुरहरू त देयर सेट म्यान देयर गुड म भएको टोलमा चाहिँ क्या आई मेक स्योर एभ्रीबडी इज फेड बिरामी आई डु माई पार्ट त्यहाँ होइन बट इट्स भेरी डिफिकल्ट अब सबै त्यो गरेर हिँड्नुलाई त यसो फुल टाइम जब नै अहिले चाहिँ अब मेरो त्यो फिड खोल्नुको कारण चाहिँ जस्ट फिड अ डग एभ्री डे 1 प्याकेट 2 प्याकेट बिस्कुट भनेर गरेको पिपल इभन डु द्याट डोन्ट डु द्याट आई मिन 10-20 रुपियाँ म्यान यहीँ टोलतिर एउटा तिमीहरूले सपोज हो कुकुर छ अरे या दिँदैन फिड देम लाइक गड इज गोना ब्लेस यु इन सो मेनी वेज म्यान
ब्रो तर कसम मैले तपाईँको त्यो हेरेरै मैले मेरो गलीको 2जना कुकुरलाई चाहिँ हेभी हेरिदिन्छु नि
त्यो हो के होला
त्यो सन्तोष ब्रो पनि छ नि के
सन्तोष
he does his part. I see like how much you guys are putting effort for them and I'm like fuck I gotta do my part at least अब मेरो टोलको नभए मेरो गल्लीमा 2जना ब्राउन छ नि आमा छोरी क्या
अब तिमीले देखेर फेरि होइन तिम्रो वरिपरि साइडको घरको 2जना आन्टीले अर्को यतापट्टिको घरको that's how it should be but people rather go out on Friday nights and just spend thousands of rupees on it not do that man even when I used to go out parties or whatever paila I still come and feed dogs right even if I'm drunk still come 2-3 p.m. and I used to go and put medicine on halidine ke kukuko आँखामा पुरा दबाएर हाल्दिने it was just खै भित्रैबाट satisfaction feel हुने के अनि खै मलाई त ब्लेस पनि गरिरहेको जस्तो लाग्छ गडले के it's like doing God's work man like we are हुन्छ नि सबभन्दा खतरा race होइन human race we should be able to do that that's nothing feeding dogs is nothing taking care of dogs sometimes putting a little bit of effort it's nothing it's जब त्यति वर्ल्ड कस्तो के भइरहेछ होइन त्यति गर्न सक्दैन त हामीले सकिहाल्छ नि it's nothing big man तर मैले चाहिँ अब मलाई I know people are watching me lot of young people so if they see that if I touch 10 people's lives भने डिजिटली गऱ्यो भने यस्तै if I'm pretty sure a lot of people tell me message me दाइ मैले गर्छु भनेर and that's it's not like oh I'm a good person look at me भन्दा पनि do this भनेर देखाउनु खोजेको क्या अब अहिले चाहिँ every day be feeling but I'm super tired to go and take video and do that stuff no तर अनि कस्तो भले ठ्याक्क मिलाइदिन्छ लाइक जस्तै एउटा एरियामा गएको छैन नि अब अझै त जानु पऱ्यो नि अब डग इज सिक क्या अब ठ्याक्क क्या अब त्यही दिन लेखेको जस्तो क्या गो गिभ मेडिसिन डग इज ओके अनि त्यहाँबाट अलिअलि मान्छेहरू पनि चिनिन्छ कस्तो राम्रो अब कतिजना मान्छेहरू कोही दिदीहरू छ है उनीहरू फुल टाइम के पुरा एफोर्ट लगाएर गरिराख्ने सरस्वती भन्ने एउटा दिदी हुन्छ एकदम अन्डर रेटेड है स्नेहा केयरहरू भन्दा त्यो सरस्वती भन्ने चाहिँ एउटा त्यो स्नेहा केयरहरू तिनीहरू भन्दा चाहिँ आई थिङ्क हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो त्यो दिदीहरूलाई हेल्प गर्नु हुन्छ नि म त प्रोजेक्टबाट समटाइम आई रेज मनी समटाइम पुट इन माई इन्स्टाग्राम आई गिभ इट टु द्याट दिदी गिभ 10,000 20,000 सी क्यान हेल्प सो मेनी डग्स बिकज सी इज डुइङ इट न फुल टाइम हामी जस्तो कामसाम गर्दैन सरस्वती आई गिभ यु पछि उहाँको इन्स्टाग्राम पनि होइन सो भयो भने अब गरिदियो भने टाइम टाइममा किनभने त्यो दिदी इज लाइक सी इज रियली हेल्पिङ क्या अब नट मेबी टिकटकहरू यसो के बनाउनुहुन्छ होइन अनि इन्स्टाग्रामहरू पनि राखिरहनुहुन्छ अनि यु क्यान सी क्या अब के बोल्दै क्या कुकुरसँग कान्छी मुटी टाइपकोहरू होइन अनि लाइक आफूलाई नै हाँस लाग्छ क्या प्योर हार्ट भएको मान्छे क्या And this is
गर्नुहुन्छ
मलाई चाहिँ म नि टाइममा इट्स लाइक यु टर्न इन्टु अ बेबी क्या त्यो सोरै त्यो क्या इट्स लाइक हाई पिचमा जान्छ नि त लाइक
It's weird, eh? Like when you talk to a dog, like,
है
it's never like, "Oi, आइज कहिले भन्दैन."
ओ म्यान अहिले छ नि मेरो एउटा जर्मन सेपर्ड छ होइन म्यान माया सी इज अ मेस एभ्री डे सी पिङ होइन पी गर्ने टट्टी लाइक इट्स क्रेजी म्यान दिस डग बट देन सी विल सो पप्पी आइज एन्ड यु लाइक वाट क्यान आई डु सी यु नो
You got a German Shepherd too, right? Recently.
अहिले
Even
ए उसले हो केटी केटा
केटी
मेरो केटी नै हो माया माया नि but she's going to be a mean one एकदम नेचुरली मिन्स बच्चाहरूलाई अट्र्याक्ट गर्न जान्छ होइन डर लाग्ने अब बच्चालाई टोक्यो भने त कुनै दिन त टोलै उठेर आउनु सक्छ नि फेरि यो कुकुरलाई मार्नु पर्छ नेपाल त्यस्तो छ नि त
त्यो
अस्ति भिडियो हेर्नु न लाइक पिपल लाइक killing dogs man it's stupid
that
but
was a nasty video, man.
but human are like oh okay this dog is super take injection लगाइदियो माथि पिटेर man like even the people who see it like that's not a good thing तर अहिले अलिकति डग्सहरूको मुभमेन्ट पनि राम्रो भएको देख्छु मैले है
I've seen a lot of
बिस्तारै
people.
हुन्छ
I mean, that way social media has helped a
oh
lot of,
social media in everything brings good and bad man
Yeah.
social media
especially
bring-
like if you're like doing things for good, right? And you can really hack your way through social media because people want to be famous on social media, but they want to be seen as good people. So if you can sort of if your intention is just help however someone helps, you can just do it that way. You don't care if this person's intention is actually good or not, but they want to put it up on social media. So at the end of the day, they end up helping. And that spreads.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting it on social media. If you are somebody who does it once a year, then don't put it on social media. You know. But if you're doing it every day, that's your lifestyle.
Yeah.
There's nothing even.
Gym मा पनि आएर हेभी वर्कआउट भन्दा बेसी
Yeah, you know, like there are some people. No, I mean, even in our gym, right? There's some kids they come H2 Chalpal hashtag. You know, they don't come from next year. You know what I mean?
That's all ball.
Yeah, and then like they go. This the wonder is I got I mean, they the young generation. They just wanna show off. I mean, I think I was like that, so they will learn.
Yeah.
You know, अब पहिला हाम्रो जमानामा बिहारमा साइलेन्सर बाइक पाल पारेर होइन एउटा हल्का फोन हुने बित्तिकै हिरो लाग्थ्यो फ्लिप फोन भयो यो हिरो फोन र एउटा बिहार भएपछि होइन अब अहिले टोलमा भाइहरू भ्याएर I'm like what the fuck yeah right but that I was that guy you know like irritating everybody over speeding you know all of that stuff so मलाई कहिले काहीँ I reflect and I'm like that's just your ego type so you know they will learn one day everybody is an individual आफ्नो टाइम हुन्छ सिक्ने आफ्नो सर्कमस्टान्सबाट आएको हुन्छ होइन एन्ड झन् त्यस्तै फटाफटाहरू पछि राम्रो मान्छे भएर जान्छ लाग्छ मलाई इफ पछि लाइक माई हिस्ट्री माई पास्ट इज हरेबल लाइक extremely horrible but today I try my best to be a good person. I'm not a good
bro,
person.
Can I say something on that line? Like there are some people they don't own that, you know. Like if their past is bad or they lie about their past, fabricate a character and sell everybody's like I'm past ma pani ma happy nai thiye hey like look at me like you know अहिले पनि happy नै छु है मलाई why I like fucks with you is because like you own that my past was fucking fucked up I know but
झन् like झन् राम्रो हो नि ओन गर्न like man it's very hard to fake it trust me man I've tried to fake things no I'm that I try to keep it that real ki I tried the easy way I try to fake certain things you know everything doesn't work it won't work you yourself will be unhappy with yourself it's best to be real about life अनि life is man सबैको आफ्नो जर्नी हुन्छ होइन त्यो पिपल के हो क्या अब यसो हेर्छ अरूलाई अनि ओके यसको स्टोरी क्या राम्रो साउन्ड गऱ्यो नि त सो माई स्टोरी सुड अल्सो साउन्ड लाइक द्याट टाइपको भइजान्छ क्या मान्छे त्यस्तो छ क्या होइन पर्दैन लाइक यु डोन्ट ह्याभ टु मेन्सनै गर्नुपर्ने पनि हुँदैन कति कुराहरू होइन just do good you'll do okay man like people will be okay man I think optimistic नै छु म त है राम्रो हुन्छ अब नेपाल अलिक टाइम लाग्छ तर राम्रो हुन्छ we will die before it becomes a great country we will already be dead but we will set the plan in motion this generation I see it like you guys are doing about your podcast के भन्छ this podcast YouTube channel you know I mean this is good like I mean I saw you guys doing this before Sanjay होइन त होइन र अनि राइट सो
हाम्रो हाम्रो एडिटरको नाम पनि सञ्जय हो क्या फर अ सेकेन्ड
अनन्द सञ्जय होइन गुप्त सञ्जय गुप्ता गुड गाई होइन अब ऊभन्दा अगाडि गयो अहिलेको जेनेरेसन यो आइज आर विलिङ टु ट्राई न्यू थिङ्स अनि तिमीहरूले गरेपछि यु नो यो तिमीहरूको भाइहरूले बहिनीहरूले अरू मान्छेले हेरिरहेको हुन्छ अब आफू हामीले गरेको भनौँ न सपोज पडकास्ट अन्त भोलि गएर 10-15 years पछाडि अझै हायर लेभलमा गर्ला उनीहरूले होइन लाइक लेट्स से आई बिकम अ ग्रेट कोच होइन दे विल बी ग्रेट एक्स 5 times बेटर कोच होला होइन अहिले वर्ल्ड च्याम्पियन होला भोलि गएर अनडिस्प्युटेड होला होइन हामी भोलि गएर 5 division वर्ल्ड च्याम्पियन होला होइन हामी त्यसरी त हो जाने देयर इज अब संसार यस्तो छ भनेर रिपेन्ट गरेर बस्नुभन्दा त just work man work you know कि जोगी हुनु पऱ्यो रिपेन्ट गरेर किन सोचेर ध्यान दिएर बुद्ध टाइपको होइन पशुपतिमा गरेर just think about you'll get a lot of answers
what are you going to do with the answer
I mean if you read yourself boys if you just read study yourself man everything answer any question you have ask yourself you know an answer okay any question I mean not like 2x2 type go but like the world life and all this stuff you have the answer okay you will have the answer you just have to think about it a little bit deeper sometimes outer surface about answer मात्रै नहेर्ने अलिकति dig गरेर you will know man purpose पनि त्यसरी find गर्ने हो क्या man I urge people to find their purpose what they're passionate about man एकदमै purpose भन्नाले अब पुरा फिल्मको जस्तो होइन क्या like what do you really want to do good bad times you still want to do हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो क्या lot of त्यो भन्छ नि त इट्स अ भेरी अब क्लिसे नै भइसक्यो यो कुराहरू 9 to 5 लाइक कस्तो अब अहिले युट्युबहरू यस्तो मोटिभेसनहरू पेजहरूमा हेऱ्यो भने इट्स लाइक दे आर क्रिटिसाइजिङ 9 to 5 लाइक एकदमै 9 to 5 गर्नु हुँदैन स्कुल जानु हुँदैन भन्छ नि म्यान सम पिपल आर मेड फर द्याट शिट if everybody stops quitting and everybody is is not doing jobs and everything everybody cannot be extraordinary people need 9 to 5 people so all the extraordinary people can shine on them you know what I mean like this is how you do it it's hard to become extraordinary ni त्यो पार्टहरु त्यो गर्न it takes a lot of effort I mean
अहिले फेरि त्यो there's like a lot of के भन्छ craze with this word entrepreneur recently in recent times I've heard this
extremely
a lot. I mean, even I got carried away with mine
हैन तर सोच
अब this is like a counter culture to 9 to 5 खाले भएको छ के
त्यो लाइक यस्तो भन्दो रहेछ कि I forgot the word के त्यो just trend भइरहेको कुरालाई
fad
I don't know ट्रेन्ड भइरहेको कुरालाई चाहिँ just मान्छेले गर्नु खोज्ने क्या अब जस्तै एउटा एक्जाम्पल दिइरहेको थियो I watched it and they said के त्यो okay some एउटा ठाउँमा बम खस्यो no it was the Amazon or something आगो बलिरहेछ right it was trending भइरहेको थियो नि त so everybody shared that Amazon it is still burning till this day okay nobody shares it anymore because it's not trending anymore okay and that's I was like that's the culture
this is the downside of social media
the trend culture okay दुई दिन सबैले शेयर गर्छ
कति भएर हुन्छ नि like for 1 week they share about this like त्यो अब डरलाग्दो एउटा रेप केस हैन and then the next week they're like moved on to something else अब अहिले everyone is like शाहरुख खानको छोरा and next week like someone else
man, I don't even care about Shahrukh Khan if he did drugs close go to jail get punished like every other normal person Shahrukh Khan I'm like
but India is like more complex because like त्यहाँनिर like parties and all get involved and all that shit and त्यसपछि they try to cover up all these things are people
even in Nepal but like I would like to त्यो एउटा केस थियो नि त्यो बुढा नीलकण्ठमा त्यो no that one एउटा एक्सिडेन्ट भएको no you know that guy is already out and because he had depression I was like जेलमा डिप्रेसन नभएर ह्याप्पिनेस हुन्छ हैन like that
stupid fucking reason
I mean
बनाएको के हामीलाई
I don't care who he is man but that can happen to us man So we have to time we got to talk about these things, keep people, reminding people, okay?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to obsess over it, but reminding people every chance you get, it's the topic, talk about it. So you're aware. You're making other people unconsciously, you're making another person aware. हुन्छ नि त्यस्तै गरेर नै त्यो थोपा बनेर मिलेर नै समुद्र बन्ने त हो. अब त्यहाँनिर हेर्दा हामी गएर लाइक इट्स अ क्लोज केस म्यान. लाइक यहाँ त मान्छे गायब गरिदियो भने पनि इट डजन्ट टेक 3 महिनामा आफ्नो फ्यामिलीले बिर्सिन्छ यार. लाइक वर्ल्ड इज अ क्रेजी प्लेस म्यान. लाइक दे विल रिमेम्बर यु टाइम टु टाइम, बट वहाँ 1 हप्ता 2 हप्ता तिमी मरेको जति दुःख हुन्छ त्यो 3 महिनामा त्यति दुःख हुँदैन. People will start watching Hindi serials again, posting TikTok videos again. Yeah. नेपालमा एकदमै थर्ड वर्ल्ड कन्ट्री यतिकै बनाएन क्या. हामी पो काठमाडौँ बसेर चाहिँ फिल्स लाइक वी लिभिङ इन अमेरिका समटाइम्स होइन. But like rest of Nepal, I mean 80% of the Nepal is still long way to go. Not नराम्रो भने होइन, तर एकदम है एकदमै नै म त रेडी नै भएर आएको नि त. I knew what I was giving up in America. I knew what kind of a country it is. And I was like, I'll face it, man. पुरा अब फिल्मी क्या स्काई डाइभ डर लाग्छ म हाइट रहेछ अनि पुरा एक्लै ड्राइभ गरेर त्यो 2 घन्टा जस्तो ड्राइभ थियो होइन. गयो स्काई डाइभ अमेजिङ. डर कस्तो अब लाइक डरै नलागेको के हुन्छ नि, तर त्यसमा चाहिँ क्या इट्स लाइक हुन्छ नि नर्भस हुन्छ नि त, डर लाग्छ नि त हाइटसँग. त्यो मन ढुकढुकै नभयो क्या.
के गर्दा
स्काई डाइभ गर्दै आफूलाई त्यस्तो च्यालेन्ज गरेर इफ आई डु द स्काई डाइभ आई गो टु नेपाल टाइपको के हुन्छ नि हिन्दी अब पुरा फिल्मी भएर होइन. अनि गऱ्यो अनि त्यहाँबाट लाइक टिकट काट्यो होइन. अनि आई टोल्ड माई ड्याड 2 महिनापछि जानु लागेको यस्तो. इट्स लाइक वाट टिकट काटिसक्यो अनि तपाईँ पनि जाउँ होइन, आई हेल्प यु विथ बिजनेस हो भने तपाईँ जे गर्नुहुन्छ. आई वान्ट टु गो टु नेपाल यस्तो टाइपको. पुरा यहाँबाट मान्छेहरू लाइक दे पे सो मच मनी टु गो टु अमेरिका त के द्याट हुन्छ नि. एभ्रिबडी इज म्याड एट मी, बट नाउ देयर सिइङ माई फादर इज प्राउड अफ मी. अस्ति आउनु भयो अनि मास अहिले यहीँ हुनुहुन्छ कि कम ब्रिङ अल हिज फ्रेन्ड्स ओभर देयर लाइक माई सन जिम कपाल एउटा 2टा त्यो इन्टरभ्यू भयो यस्तो हेर्नु. आई नो हिज प्राउड. आई क्यान सी इट इन हिज आइज. But still a long way to go, dad. मलाई just dadले पहिला सपोर्ट गर्नुहुँदैन थियो क्या. अब पहिला भने नि I was into drugs, rehabहरू गइसक्यो, all of this stuff. So I had lost all the trust होइन. अनि अहिले चाहिँ my father listens to me in things, and so we talk about things and I got his back, he got my back. हेल्प गर्नु सपोर्ट गर्नुहुन्छ हुन्छ नि. He's a good father man. Dad चाहिँ एकदम is a good guy.
Why don't you continue your yak brand onto H2O? Because you have a lot of things attached to yak ni हैन.
Yeah man, it's like अब यस्तो डान्स याक भने चाहिँ मेरो अमर ठकुरी अनि विदेक सैचन भन्ने मेरो पोखराको साथीहरू छ क्या. अनि उनीहरूले चाहिँ खासै डान्स याक भनेर चाहिँ एउटा इन्टरटेनमेन्ट कम्पनी जस्तो सबको टाइममा चाहिँ म्युजिकहरू फेस्टिभल गर्थ्यो क्या. But nobody knew about it क्या. अनि त्यही म 2015 I went to meet them उता पोखरामा. And I was like, yo, this brand has like major potential. I'll come back. म त पहिल्यै सोचिरहेको थिएँ I'll come back अनि I'll come back to Nepal. Let me get this brand. And then register राम्रोसँग चलाउँछु. I did it. It is still in my name, everything है. तर अब
सरी त्यो रिसेट गर्नु
बोल्नु पर्दैन
अनि बोल्नु
ए. अनि तर कस्तो भने अब डान्स याक चाहिँ कस्तो नि अब द बार चाहिँ कस्तो लाग्यो भने अब इट्स फन. It's not bad. I made a lot of people, made good friends there, but it's not the environment that's good for me
As a fighter.
As a coach, like कस्तो नि अब I got to be equally dedicated for my fighters. They believe in me. They put their faith on me, trust गरेको छ नि त मलाई. So I have to, if not work even harder sometimes, and when they are not willing, I still have to work, त्यस्तो हुनुपर्ने रहेछ. अनि it was very hard for me to sort of like distance myself from that brand because I know I put a lot of work in it. एकदमै, but sometimes you gotta let things go for another purpose यस्तो टाइपको. I can still do things, lot of things with it अरू कुरामा. तर राइट नाउ आई निड टु बी भेरी फोकस्ड एन्ड एज टु क्या लाइक अरूलाई टाइम दिनै सक्दैन क्या मैले कस्तो एकदमै मेरो लागि चाहिँ वर्ल्ड च्याम्पियन आउने चाहिँ इट्स नट इट्स भेरी हार्ड क्या त्यो गर्नुलाई लाइक मैले जति हार्डसँग सोचिरहेको छु नि भोलि गएर आई थिङ्क इट विल बी इभन हार्डर देन द्याट जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई टाइममा सो आइम लाइक फ्युचरिस्टिकली हुन्छ नि अहिलेदेखि नै क्या सुपर डिसिप्लिन आई डोन्ट ड्रिङ्क एनी मोर नन अफ द्याट स्टफ हुन्छ नि लाइक एकदमै सोर्ट अफ लाइक काइन्ड अफ गिभिङ अरू वर्ल्डलाई बिर्सेर क्या एउटा जोनमा टनल भिजन जस्तो भइरहेको छु अहिले अनि वर्ल्ड च्याम्पियन आई नो वान वर्ल्ड च्याम्पियन क्यान अपलिफ्ट एन इन्टायर कन्ट्री लाइक म्यानी प्याक्यो डिड फिलिपिन्स होइन सक्छ हाम्रो त आई नो लाइक इन deep inside, I think I'll make multiple world champions, a few guys. Deep inside, but my first goal should be build one world champion. You know,
rest will follow.
Yeah, but I think I'll build. I don't know. Vincent, I think I will. Yesterday work got like our team le, got it. Final goal will be that man. Only 15-20 years now, at this level, I'll stop. I'll retire from pad holding and stuff like that. I'll be more of a vocal person. This was you say, and you know, see things. And maybe when your hair is gray, people tend to take you seriously. Yeah, the same thing I'm telling right now. If I say, and 20 years later, it will be on TikTok. Highlight somebody's eye. Understand? For real.
Motivational guy.
त्यस्तो हुन्छ क्या अब हो नि साँच्ची के भने अब अहिले आएर होइन कोही मान्छे मेरो इन्टेन्सन राम्रो सोच कन्ट्रीको लागि के छ भने आई क्यान चेन्ज द कन्ट्री यु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड बट दे नट गोना बिलिभ मी अ गाई विथ ट्याटुज हाउ क्यान ही हेभ अ डिसिप्लिन टु डु द्याट बट आई नो आई विल डु बेटर देन अहिलेको पोलिटिसियन्सहरू होइन अब तर अब यु रिक्वायर अ टिम अल अफ द्याट एभ्रिथिङ देयर सो मेनी थिङ्स इन्टु समथिङ यु डोन्ट इभन अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड पोलिटिक्स आई डोन्ट इभन क्रिटिसाइज पोलिटिसियन्स एनी मोर आई युज टु बट आई वाज लाइक अन्टिल यु बिकम अ पोलिटिसियन यु डोन्ट अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड what it is, so like shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? Just do your thing, man. Do your part, and you don't know, man. I'm say कतिवटा सभासहरू के अरेमा सबैजना राम्रो त छैन होला होइन त्यहाँ 5-6 जना भयो भने त राम्रो होला किन राम्रो काम भइरहेको छैन त होइन आई मिन देयर लट अफ थिङ्स क्या त्यहाँनिर सम आई अल्सो नो दिस इफ यु रियली वान्ट टु चेन्ज द कन्ट्री नेपालमा चाहिँ अहिले हाम्रो जेनेरेसनमा चेन्ज गर्नु मन छ भने फ्याक्ट चाहिँ यु हेभ टु गो थ्रु अनदर सिभिल वार You have to, this is not going to be like बाटोमा गएर आवाज उठाएर ना you got to kill like अहिलेको certain politicians, big people अनि go to war and another 10-20 years of civil war and country will change, can change. नत्र त एउटा बिस्तारै काम गर्दै त्यस्तै हुन्छ त्यस्तै यस्तो क्या मैले वर्ल्ड च्याम्पियन फुटबलमा वर्ल्ड कप जित्नु पऱ्यो होइन क्रिकेटमा क्रिकेटको सबै जित्नु पऱ्यो होइन यस्तो यस्तो गर्दै 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 गयो भने चाहिँ मेबी होइन हामी मरेको जस्तै 200-300 वर्षमा चाहिँ नेपाल विल बी अ गुड कन्ट्री त्यस्तो गऱ्यो भने फ्युचर आई मिन टफ म त रिटायर भन्ने चान्स पाएँ भने इफ त्यो इलोन मस्कले भनेको साँच्चीकै भयो भने आई थिङ्क 50 लाख हो कि कति 5 करोड हो कतिमा के त आई डोन्ट नो त्यो डलर टु नेपाली अलिक कन्भर्ट गर्न आएन क्या मलाई बट रिटर्न फ्लाइट पनि दिन्छ अरे क्या इफ यु डोन्ट वान्ट टु स्टे देयर सो आई वाज लाइक when I old man I'd rather retire there, die there. If I die, float me to the space and stuff. Like, make life more exciting.
Mostly Instagram I saw you're like with Dong Bunny.
Dong, oh yeah man. You know I like Dong man. मलाई चाहिँ उसको त्यो एउटा मलाई चाहियो यो पनि त्यो पनि चाहियो भन्दा I like this song त्यसपछि पहिला होइन पछि अनि यसो केटाहरूले अहिले चिन्ने रहेछ यताउता भेग भाइहरू के तिनीहरू चिन्दो रहेछ अलिअलि अनि त्यहाँबाट अनि आई लाइक दिस म्युजिक अनि त्यहाँबाट the anthem is coming guys. I mean anthem I'm H2L lyrics and I mean I know I'll give the उयो के पछि सुनाउँछु I think it's dope like राम्रो अब मैले देखेको पनि छैन अरू बाहिर पनि यस्तो जिमहरूले अब म्युजिक आफ्नो तिहार बनाउँछ होइन नथिङ नो सेलिब्रिटी यस्तो होइन कि आफ्नै केटाहरूलाई नै प्रमोट गर्ने हो होइन आफ्नै केटाहरू बस्छ भिडियोहरूमा आफ्नै क्लाइन्टहरूको इन्ट्रेस्ट छ उनीहरू राखेर होइन त्यस्तो एन्थम होइन इट्स अ पक्का हिपहप एन्थम होइन ग्रोइङ अप त मलाई हिपहप त्यति मन पर्दैन थियो बट पछि युएस आई थिङ्क
Atlanta happened.
Atlanta happened. Yeah, it's like nobody listens to punk rock over there. I mean, it's like, I mean,
South gas some
त्यहाँ चाहिँ it was I think TI was खतरा त्यति बेला होइन अझै होइन TI को टाइम गइसकेको थियो but just going in America everywhere you just listen to hip hop like जहाँ पनि अब FM you listen to like हल्का country songs पनि in Atlanta country songs पनि बज्छ हो country songs पनि बज्छ तर मैले country songs चाहिँ I don't like
country anthem भइदिएको है
राम्रो छ अहिले गीत हाम्रो चाहिँ H2 भनेको नाम नै त्यो is water so becoming like water Bruce Lee को theory-मा हो so I think you guys will like it man like
अस्ति जति स्निपेट सुने एक दुई लाइन मजाको थियो
I think it'll be catchy के रे something right Voma Kyo Para the Daku it's like Dong wrote it in like few days nigga thing it's like dude I thought we changed certain things put a little bit of English too English and Nepali because I go generation English and Nepali this on the दामी छ मेरो मैले लेखेको छ हामीले मिलेर पनि लेखेको छ वर्डहरू कति लाइक यस्तो लेखौँ यस्तो बनाऊ भनेर नि डोङ आई जस्ट लाइक हिम म्यान उसको भाइ हामीसँग मिल्छ जस्तो लाग्यो कि त्यसमा
he's been here too bro
हो ए हो मैले अस्ति मैले एक्चुली आई स त्यो अलिकति मैले ट्याग पनि गरेको थिएँ त त्यसलाई डोङ इज अ गुड गाई म्यान आई लाइक हिम मजाको लाग्छ मलाई त्यो भाइ चाहिँ खै कस्तो स्टोरी पनि राम्रो छ उसको हुन्छ नि राम्रो लाग्छ डोङको भाइ राम्रो लागेर मेन चाहिँ द वे हि त्यो स्पिट त्यो राम्रो लाग्छ ऊ मनपर्छ मलाई एक्चुली त्यो पनि मनपर्छ साकार लिल बुढा आई लाइक हिम एक्चुली
You're in his music video too, right?
Man, I mean, I went there to fast busy I think the busy क्या त्यो बाबाजी from US and ऊ थियो अनि मनिषलाई राख्नेहरू लिएर गएको यतिकै अब मलाई पनि म त आज लाइक अझ मलाई टी सर्ट खोल्नु नि तपाईँलाई ट्याटु स्याटु भएको ग्याङ्स्टर देख्छ अरे आज लाइक न अब त्यो भाइ तर त उसकोमा स्टाइल नट लाइक अरू स्टाइल म्युजिक आई थिङ्क इफ यु ट्राइड म्यान यु कुड लाइक बिकम इन्टरनेसनल टाइपको नै गर्नु सक्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई ऊ अनि के अरे त्यो
युनिक
पोएट आई लाइक हिम टु
अस्ति फेरि उयोले पनि के भन्छ भाइसले कभर गरेर छ नि ब्रिटेनको
आई मिन द्याट ब्रिटेनको चाहिँ इट्स नट लाइक मलाई मनपर्ने बट आई अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड majority of the Nepal public to me like I mean I don't vibe with songs like that but I respect his hustle हैन अब
he has a त्यो अब ट्रेडिसनल हिप हप आर्टिस्टको स्टोरी छ नि त rags to riches खाले so I think a lot of people relate to him
राम्रो छ मैले सुने अहिलेसम्म उसको बारेमा जति पनि I don't know him personally तर यताउता कमन फ्रेन्ड्सहरू सुन्दाखेरि पनि इज अ गुड गाई राम्रो छ सुनेको थिएँ हैन I mean, as long as you're doing good things, man, even if you're doing bad things, I don't give a fuck.
I'm not sick jam go get her.
Oh yeah, Dejan, Easy, Professor. Say Ali, by Ali, अस्ति पनि भेट्दाखेरि I think it was like on something, My फेरि त्यस्तो अलिक झ्याउ लाग्छ मन पर्दैन हैन तर अब भाइ हो फेरि हैन राम्रो लाग्छ माया लाग्छ त्यो त छुट्टै ठाउँमा छ I like Dejan a lot. Sick अनि के अरे easy a lot Dejan I had America देखि I was like I put Dejan in my bar if I open a bar and
Dejan's
then we made it happen
mad like command over his language too Dejan
yeah he does
freestyle
I think he's the best freestyler
he needs to be more aggressive with the content he puts out if he wants to make it he's chilling most of the time like
bro do you have any plans on like organizing fights Nepal mein
next
like
year we have big
from
plan yeah next year I've been talking to because I have friends abroad who are professionals competing still and certain connection Indian and all of that stuff because the boxer field is connect bhayhaldo रहेछ क्या अनि my plan next year को लागि छ अब room सबै कुरा राम्रो होस् अनि I'm thinking about अलि भयो भने WBC को अब अहिले भाइले मुथाइको गर्दैछ एक्चुअली
राजु ब्रोहरूले
What I forgot the date man
12th November
12
Park
नोभेम्बरमा
Village
पार्क भिलेजमा छ अब त्यो भाइरसले गऱ्यो हेरौँ होइन अनि त्यहाँबाट भयो भने बक्सिङको नि कुरा मिलाएर अलि राम्रो इभेन्ट WBC नेपालको नि बक्सिङ बनाएर नै लिजिट नट लाइक द फेक वान्स पिपल आर डुइङ अहिले त्यहाँनिर एक दुईजना दाहरू जस्तै जे पाए त्यो गरिरहेछ जसलाई पनि प्रोफेसनल बनाउने हुन्छ नि लाइक खेल्दैन भने त्यस्तो होइन लाइक लिजिट राम्रोसँग नै अब खेल्न आउने मान्छेलाई चान्स दिने हु हेज एक्चुली बिन पुटिङ इन वर्क फर इयर्स मेक लेट देम एटलिस्ट इफ दे डोन्ट विन गेट देम द चान्स टु हुन्छ नि मेक मनी हुन्छ नि अब प्लेटफर्म एक्सपोजर होइन अनि बेल्टहरू पक्का क्या लिजिट राखेर नै नेक्स्ट इयर तर आई एम थिङ्किङ अबाउट नभन्नु मलाई त्यो फेरि त्यो पुरा प्लानहरू फेरि कपी हान्ने गरेर पुरा भिजन ब्रड छ नि त फेरि त्यो फेरि आफू सुनेर अरूले गरिदिला क्या त्यहाँनिर त्यस्तो
सञ्जय गुप्ताले बक्सिङ खोलिदिइरहेको
सञ्जयले माइन्ड गर्ला त्यस्तो
लाइक हामी लाइक आउट हियर वी हेभ नथिङ अगेन्स्ट हिम ब्रदर
जोक मात्रै
होइन जोक and at this point it's a little serious from my end bro no because I'll tell you why bro because we go around saying like be like huncha ni haina tapai ra ma kura garda ni like we hate fake people like you know like I'm not saying he's fake bro
I don't know him like that but like I know him
you know what I'm saying bro like he's got all the connections in media
he does,
Nepal like early he's got the Horace podcast or something but what
I mean I looked at his views are त्यस्तो त छैन तर
no I mean like the whole identity theft ko kura cha kya bro yeah like legit from my point of view Banale like his whole setup like the way he's talking about stuff like vitamin D मैले पहिला देखिन भनेको खा टाइप हुन्छ नि के अब हुन्छ नि I'm doing like 1,000 things right now like it's a little मलाई किन पस्दैन भने because we started like podcastहरू जो रोगनहरू हेर्दै यताउताहरू हुन्छ नि like everything
that's how you guys got inspired like Joe Rogan
Joe Rogan is our sadguru ni like you know what I'm saying like
he is that third eye opened man as you can see I got a little bit of third eye right here
so I know let me just
like,
finish something like we have no blood like nothing bhaneko haina tara if you see something you got like don't you you say that too right if you see something happening you should say if you have the platform like or you just like okay हाम्रो नेपाली मान्छेहरूलाई चुत्या बना हो लु ठिकै छ हेर्दै अब होइन गेस्ट कन्टेन्टहरू त दामी छ मैले त्यस्तो के भनेको होइन आइएम नट लाइक सेङ हेट गरेको होइन इट्स जस्ट मैले अब्जर्भेसन होइन अब्जर्भ गरेको त भन्नु पाएँ
मैले उसले गरेको हेरेको त्यही उस हो सुखदेवलाई बोलाएको बेला चाहिँ हेरेको थियो त्यस्तो हेरेको चाहिँ छैन उसको पनि तर मैले त्यही च्यानल जाँदाखेरि भ्युजहरू अब उसले भर्खर खोलेको थियो नि त कस्तो आइरहेको हेर्दाखेरि त्यस्तो राम्रो थियो अहिले राम्रो भयो होला
हजुर आई मिन लाइक गेस्टहरू त राम्रो राम्रो छ एक त्यो एउटा अस्ति टोनी दाई राहुल दाईहरूलाई पनि बोलाएको थियो होइन मैले त्यो एपिसोड चाहिँ हेरेँ मजाले एपिसोड त हेरेको छैन
मैले तिमीले भनेपछि थाहा भएको त्यहाँ बोलाएको थियो रहेछ मैले त्यस्तो हेरेको पनि छैन
सञ्जय ब्रो त्यसले भिटामिन डी पहिल्यैदेखि भनेको अरे shut the fuck up bro त्यो अरू पडकास्ट
I mean भिटामिन डी खानुपर्छ भनेर त बच्चादेखि होइन स्कुलमै भने गर्थ्यो नि होइन र सानो स्कुल हुँदा भिटामिन डी होइन भिटामिन सी खानुपर्छ डी चाहिँ भन्दैन थियो बरु है सी र डी धेरै सुनिरहेको थियो नि त हामीले
है गाजर खा भइहाल्छ
हो कि बच्चादेखि सुन्थ्यो कि यो सी घाममा बस्नुपर्छ यस्तो यस्तो बच्चादेखि सुनिरहेको
What are your thoughts on Tommy Fury and Jake Paul?
I think Tommy Fury will beat Jake Paul. But Jake Paul, I mean, मलाई चाहिँ त्यो कस्तो लाग्छ भने I mean, he's been putting in the work, so like, bro, like, he's famous, like, so if he can, it's good get in the long run. 5-10 years later, nobody even going to talk about Jake Paul. But all those fans he bought from YouTube, everything is going to stay in boxing. A lot of fans, you know. Long term, I mean, I see the long term vision in that. I see that people are worried about what he's making now. Okay, it's not fair. Let him, man. There's plenty of money. 5-10 years later, you know. About the extraordinary was some people like Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. You gotta have that character, you know what I mean? Like, or sometimes even like Manny Pacquiao, who don't say much, but he a pay-per-view king, you know? Cash cow, he didn't say much. He didn't have to like, you know, act crazy. None of that stuff. Humble, smile. People like that. People like that, and people like the negative thing, but people are drawn more towards the negative thing because not only do they like the negative things, like they want them to get beat, Nita. But if you know consciously, I'm just doing this to draw people in, like Mayweather and Conor McGregor knew. That's not them. That's not how he talks to his wife. That's not how he talks to his kid.
Yeah.
But market ma त्यो sell हुन्छ and people are just stupid. They'll just buy, I want to see this guy get beat up, and they buy it. They're making money. Jake Paul is doing the same thing. He understands that. I mean, and पहिलेदेखि followers झन् I see him in a lose-lose situation झन्
Tommy
Jake Paul
Furyसँग?
I know, like Jake Paul in general, because like if he gets beat up, he's gonna become a troll for the rest of his life. I know. But if 5-10 years, nobody's gonna keep talking about this guy. There's everyone. If you haven't, you know, YouTube, go say 20 years, 80 years, my famous way. It's like 5-10 years max. The guy comes and replaces you. Content upgrade one person. No, you can't come with new things. People don't like the same thing all the time, man. Mother राम्रै जस्तो लाग्छ त्यो नयाँ new eyes to the sport.
Casual भन्छन्.
Man, those are the people who pay money, you know. I mean, अब थाहा छ झन् प्योरिस्टहरूले बरु के म्यान यो फ्राइडे हेरिदिँदैन क्या बरु क्या हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो हुन्छ पे गर्दैन क्या अब मिसम्याच भएर सपोज होइन म्यान दिस इज जेपान हेर्दैन क्या उनीहरूले क्या बरु क्या प्योर हुन्छ एकदम मनपर्नेहरू क्या इट्स नथिङ रङ विथ द्याट म्यान पिपल त्यो पनि त्यो ट्रेन्ड भएको क्या त्यो अब इन सम वेज सम बक्सेस आर अल्सो सोर क्या त्यो अब मैले अपर्च्युनिटी पाएन मैले 100 million पाएछ यसले पाउने टाइपको हुन्छ नि. You don't have that many followers, bro. Like, you don't have that personality.
Jake Paul put a ton of work before entering boxing to get that following, you know.
He
did put in work.
I don't even like that guy. Like, I just don't like his personality. You know, that pukka white boy trying to be, you know, like, fake type like him. Yeah, man, it works for him, then. You know, it works for him. And राम्रै हो boxing like long run मा man नयाँ मेरो फाइटर ठक्क रेडी हुन्छ झन् ठिक्क हुन्छ टक्क मेरो फाइटर टक्क रेडी हुन्छ प्लेटफर्म ठिक्क हुन्छ मा फाइटर मनी हुँदा I'm like I mean त्यसरी हेर्नुपर्छ सबैले. अब
why does boxing have a lot of money compared to UFC and stuff, eh?
Man, Dana White, right? He's लोभी भएर हो त्यो simple. It's like he's a billionaire. I mean from what I know अलिअलि यता he's I'm not deep into UFC, you know. But he's not paying enough.
Monopoly.
Yeah, and he's not paying enough. You know, you make better money in one championship.
UFC defense मा चाहिँ के भन्छ भन्नु न, like they are a marketing company भन्छ क्या, not a fighting company क्या. हामीले तँलाई सबै प्लेटफर्म दिएको, हामीले तँलाई मार्केट गरिदिन्छ हो, हामीले तँलाई फलोवर्स दिन्छ, तेरो स्पोन्सरहरू पनि हामीले गर्दा आएको हो हैन. You are already getting paid. So तँलाई पर्स चाहिँ हामी त्यति दिँदैन किनभने we are putting the work to market you. अब त्यस्तो तिनीहरूले त्यस्तो भन्छ है भन्नु चाहिँ.
I mean that's a very good unago defense, but the person who's going to get cauliflower ears, maybe even die, like get paralyzed, Parkinson, anything, that's fighters. So it's not, I mean, at least fighters should be taking 70% of the purse, man. Like, that's what I think. But I know even in boxing, they only take about 40-50% home. Like, everything else goes in, like, and you know, fighters should know better, okay? Like, America is the country where you can, like, everything tax one return bonus, so your flights, everything, expenses, they should understand things like that. Fighters are, most of them, they don't have a good financial management on a team, lawyer, most fighters, they are not super educated, like, you know, just because their first language is English, so they will speak English. That doesn't mean they are like super educated. You understand? I know, बुझ्यो? अनि त्यस्तो कुराहरुमा यसो उनीहरुले पनि राम्रोसँग ध्यान दिनु, आफू स्मार्ट हुनुपर्छ अनि they should start investing. अनि अलिअलि पैसा पाउने बित्तिकै Lamborghini किन्नु भन्दा इन्भेस्ट गर्नु क्या हैन, रियल स्टेटहरुमा. रियल स्टेट never going to go nowhere, हैन. अब गएर फेरि अब एटलान्टिक ओसनको छेउको जग्गा किन्नु भएन होइन अब होइन त्यो होइन भोलि गएर जग्गै छैन अब उनीहरूले नि त अब त्यस्तो कुराहरू त्यति त अलिअलि स्मार्ट हुनुपर्छ नि त अलिअलि त आफूले अब लेट्स से मेबी ह्याभ अ वाइफ a partner who can help you in that, right? Or like your own family, brother, uncle, somebody you can trust. This type go. Even in Mike Tyson, like, he got robbed by his own promoter, Don King. No, so it's very famously known. This the boxing, I think
Tyson Fury. Tyson Furyको ड्याड चाहिँ मलाई अब्बल मन पर्दैन जन फ्युरी
voice same है
आँखा चिन्लेर सुन्यो भने
टाइसन भएको मलाई त्यो टाइसन उसको ड्याडको चाहिँ त्यो इन्टरभ्यू रहेछ अनि म त ल टाइसन फ्युरीको रहेछ त्यो अटो प्लेमा क्या यस्तो हेर्छु म त्यसको ड्याड पो बोलिरहेको छ क्या सेम भोइस त है सेम भोइस डिट्टो क्या अजिब छ तर है तर आई थिङ्क उसेक माइट ह्याभ अ लिटल बिट अ चान्स टु बी टाइसन म्यान मेबी
वेट र हाइटको डिस्क्रिपेन्सी क्या उसेकसँग
Man, did you see him? 12 rounds, non-stop moving his head. And God, that's a lot of stamina in your torso, man. You need a lot of, your abs have to be in a very, very good shape to do that pendulum turn. Yeah, he was doing it for 12 rounds, man. Anthony Joshua, like you was saying right, man. He's just come forward and try to power him. Put his weight on him, make him lay on the ropes, get him tired. He was trying to boxing. He was trying to box. Usyk is an Olympic gold. I mean, come on. AJ पनि हो हैन तर उसको कम्पिटिसन इज
उसको मैले एमेचर करियर पनि इन्सेन रहेछ
अनि
यो इस्टर्न युरोपियनहरुले चाहिँ पुरा एमेचर कम्पिटिसनमा ध्यान दिँदो रहेछ है
एक्सट्रिमली त्यही अब तर कहिलेकाहीँ धेरै नै दिन्छ जस्तै लोमचिङको आई थिङ्क ही स्पेन्ड टु मच टाइम इन यो क्या ओलम्पिक्स अहिले ही लुक्स ओल्ड almost like अहिले हार्यो नि टियोसँग people don't even give a fuck about him anymore. At one point it was like Matrix, all this stuff, and now he got beat up. Like promoters एकदम डेन्जर हुन्छ क्या प्रमोटरहरू पनि लाइक बिजनेस हो क्या त्यो बिर्सिन्छ क्या बक्सिङ एट द एन्ड अफ द फेरि बिजनेस पनि हो नि त अनि अहिले हार्डवर्क गर अनि बिजनेस पार्ट आउँछ होइन त्यो अब एकदम द्याट विचार गर्नुपर्छ क्यान टेक क्यान स्लिप क्या अनि अहिले एक्चुली त्यो what do you guys think about उयो क्या बरु केलो प्लान्ट एन्ड कन्यालो
अस्तिको फेस अफमा थप्पड चाहिँ दामी भेट्यो
दुई थप्पड हानिदिएर पुल पनि क्या छुट्टै हाने क्या पुल
खुट्टा नचलाइकन है फर्मल लुगामा
चस्मा खोल्नु नि भ्याइदिरहेको
चस्मा झारे नि त्यसले चस्मा खोलेर त्यसले थप्पड हान्नु अगाडि चस्मा झारेर चस्मा टिपिदिन्छ
केलो प्लान्ट इफ ही किप्स moving using his range active on the legs क्या extremely active on legs head movement extremely high if he doesn't like एकछिन पनि ल्याप्स भयो भने he has a chance हैन
मैले चाहिँ कसको चान्स थियो सोचेको थियो भन्नु न
बिली जोन
I mean गर्दै थियो I was like man this gypsy dude is gonna take this Mexican dude like for a fight like त्यो राउन्डमा त्यो जोसेपछि चाहिँ एकछिन त्यो अपरकटले यस्तो भेट्यो
I mean Canelo is a flat footed fighter क्या हैन so movers do have a chance but Saunders he started fading away in the defense मा अलिकति lazy भयो क्या you cannot just keep slipping and Canelo is reading you क्या just because first उसले offense फालेको छैन भने he's reading you क्या तिम्रो habit के छ यहाँनिर ओके सो यहाँनिर अपरकट आउँछ so you leaning this way यहाँ अपरकट आउँछ हैन अब मैले स्ट्रेट सर्ट हान्नु भने तलबाट he's going this way uppercut is going this way boom यो क्र्याशमा पो धेरै इम्प्याक्ट पर्ने भयो
orbital bone बजाइदियो
and then he's reading you क्या
and Saunders is no joke ni like he's not a quitter no like it must have been some insane injury to just sit on the stool and not get up like I was like man
two things could have happened there like I mean one he quit next thing he could have still decided to keep on fighting and sustain a physical injury for the rest of his life
त्यसको थोपडै चेन्ज भयो नि त यहाँको भित्र जस्तो गर्नु जस्तो भयो नि
अब you know that's for the fighters and the corner to choose what kind of legacy do they want you know
अस्ति वाइल्डरको फाइट चाहिँ
I mean I don't know why Fury was doing yoga because his hands he doesn't even know how to block a right hand like this but boom boom लाएर ढलेको त हो फोकटे like he didn't I mean I know they wanted to put in pressure but यतिकै हात राखेर मात्रै हुँदैन नि त you should catch गर्न आउनु पर्यो नि त त्यो नगरेको भए I mean अझै छिटो सकिन्थ्यो त्यो फाइट एक्चुअली भन्ने नि तर I mean Wilder
एकै राउन्डमा 2 खेप त नकडाउन गर्दैकै हो नि वाइल्डरले पनि सोच त
त्यही-
फर्स्ट फाइटमा पनि 2 चोटी हैन
तर त्यो नकडाउन दियो क्या उसले टाइसन फ्युरी ही सुड नट वक इन लाइक दिस यु नो इन्स्टेड होइन डिस्टेन्स चाहिँ मेन्टेन आफ्नो जे हो त्यही चल्नु अनि अगाडि बढ्ने तर फिजिकल त्यो उस राख्नु पर्थ्यो क्या प्रेसर राख्ने तर इन यो डिस्टेन्स क्या यो राइट इन फ्रन्ट अफ हिम बट ठ्याक्क आफ्नो डिस्टेन्समा बस्नु पर्थ्यो इन आउट गर्दै क्या विच टाइसन फ्युरी डज गुड नि फेन्टिङ इन आउट 1-2 जस्तै फर्स्ट फाइटमा गरेर नि गरेर छिर्ने
कस्तो गर्छ त्यसले त्यो जिगज्याग
Yeah, he moves fast for a big guy like that.
6'7" अरे ब्रो 6'9" अरे
राम्रो 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 अब इन्टरटेनमेन्ट वाइज चाहिँ वाज लाइक वान अफ द बेस्ट फाइट्स
फ्याक्टर चाहिँ
Skills
स्किल्स अलिक वाइल्डर त
वाइल्ड द वाइल्ड भइहाल्यो होइन वाइल्डर इज लाइक
Wild.
कस्तो मलाई अलिअलि मन पनि पर्दैन है त्यो मान्छे टाइममा किनभने इज लाइक कस्तो कस्तो लुजर टाइपको कुरा गर्छ क्या अनि मलाई अलिकति अब कहाँ त्यो उसको ट्रेनर बुढो ट्रेनरलाई होइन स्पाइक गर्दै थियो ड्रिङ्क रे होइन पैसा लिएको थियो उसले
The guy who threw in the towel.
हल्का रेस्पेक्ट नै गइरहेको मलाई त त्यति त कस्तो के एन्ड द्याट गाई इज अ च्याम्पियन इन इज ओन राइट पहिला होइन आई फर्गट हिज नेम चाहिँ आई डोन्ट फलो हिज उयो तर लाइक रोजो मेवेदरको हेराको
Somebody who coached he's lost with the other side, Tyson Fury.
He lost with thing also.
him also he knocked him in first round I mean यस्तो क्या ट्रेनिङमा पनि मैले हेरेको होइन दे वर थ्रोइङ दिस लेफ्ट टु द बडी क्या केही मिलिरहेको कि थिएन कि त्यहाँ क्या इट जस्ट हिटिङ टु हिट भनेर he didn't even apply it first round second round he sort of threw that jab to the body and as soon as he felt the punch he started going back to his old ways aiming for this छुएललाई भनेर खेले यस्तो क्या you know त्यही भएर अहिले पनि whoever comes to my gym I'm always saying that the basic man भोलि गएर when you get punched in the face you can't be dropping your hands and try and do this when you get punched rocked hands up move your head slide that basic has to be there that's what's going to save you and that's what's going to help you पछि गएर क्या जति पनि आफ्नो स्टाइल आउँछ नि त पछि सबै खाएर आफ्नो स्टाइल कोही ह्याट ड्रप गर्ने होला कोही सोल्ज रोल गर्नु खोज्ने होला होइन तर बेसिक चाहिँ फेरि क्या टक्का हाल्दा भोलि गएर तिमीलाई क्या अब तिमी होइन सोल्ज रोल हान्ने मान्छे एक पञ्च मिठो लाग्यो हल्लियो तिमी अब कहाँ यसरी बसिरहेको पनि न यु गर पुट यु ह्यान्ड्स अफ द्याट बेसिक चाहिँ इन्ग्रेन्ड हुनुपर्छ क्या अनि यो मान्छेहरूले यु नो people just like to watch Mayweather and become him before knowing basics, okay? Before spending time on basics. Like, man, some of the clients who want to learn boxing, I put them in just 1-2 slip for 1-2 months straight. Like, some people take time to learn it. Some people are fast to learn. I have this little 12-year-old kid, fast learner. Speed back, slipping, sliding. I mean, I'm teaching him lateral movements, everything. And राम्रो गर्छ है त्यो भाइले है पुरा अब हुन्छ नि कोही they just it's made for them. Yeah, they're like some more kids, they just fall in love with the sport. A lot of small kids came there, Nita. But there's one kid like every day coming early, 30 minutes early, like, you know, stuff like that, and then hitting the speed bag, stuff like that. तर मैले सबैलाई त्यति भन्छु तिमीहरू सबै इन्डिभिजुअल हो डोन्ट कम्पेयर yourself to anybody बेसिकमा एकदमै ध्यान दिनु होइन अनि I'll ask them like do you just want to like lose weight type go or like हुन्छ नि you want to understand the sport सबैजना त्यही अनुसार सिकाउनु पऱ्यो नि त होइन तर we try to get there at least उनीहरूको 1 or 2 बेसिक ज्याब क्रसहरू बेसिक पन्चहरू चाहिँ राम्रो फर्ममा सिक्नु पऱ्यो अनि you know then you want to do whatever like in your style will come you should know how to slip catch punches stuff like that
Yeah, I'm like Nepalko boxing scene. How much do you think Gymkhana fight nights helped?
how much
Like,
did it cost
Not cost, like how much did it help you like promote the sport? Because recently I saw that podcast, they were becoming Gupta's podcast, and he's saying that guy said like he's stopping the thing. It's not being conducted anymore.
I mean
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with them stopping it, man. I understand. Doesn't mean like everybody is not going, nobody else is going to. We're going to do it bigger and better. I mean, I know that. We actually got to take that experience from them. Like, okay, you know. Now, me, I don't want like 5,000 rupees tickets. Like the most expensive ticket will be 2,000. I'll have 200 rupees, 300 rupees, 500 rupees seat. Like you got to introduce the sport first. Now, हाम्रो सर्कलले बुझेको छ because त्यो भनेर सबै नेपालीले बुझेको हुँदैन नि त. I mean, promotion अझै हैन अलिक गरेर राम्रो take 6-7 months to organize one event हैन. अनि राम्रोसँग गर्नु चाह्यो भने सक्छ यार एकदम अब ठिक छ उनीहरूले देयर सो मेनी गुड थिङ्स उनीहरूले आई थिङ्क इट हेल्प अ लिटल बिट आई मिन भ्युज कति छ हेर न उनीहरूको फाइटको उनीहरूले राखेको फाइटहरूमा आशिष भाइको फाइट अहिलेसम्म राखिदिएको छैन यु नो द वान राखिदिएको छैन त्यो अर्को चाहिँ क्या त्यो आर्मीसँग खेलेको छ नि
किन चाहिँ
I mean, you tell me, man. You know, why do you think?
Ash Bhai was a pretty good.
that was a good fight no
Ash
Ashish Bhai is the
he
one
beat
who
the
He
guy.
that dude right
Yeah, gold
that
medalist.
was second edition no
Bhai भनेको त Terminator खाले हैन calm face like he doesn't talk.
Canelo
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's back in the gym. 2 weeks जस्तो भयो आएको. He had a family, a personal tragedy, so he was out for a little bit. You know,
no but like seriously why didn't they put the fight I think that was a good fight no
that was a great fight. You know,
no they can earn
I don't
from the
think
revenue.
I personally think like I only see couple of reasons. Maybe they don't have money to pay editing team. I know. Argo भनेको they don't mind people's eyes on us. I mean, what else could it be?
It's like त्यो अब
not नराम्रो भाइमा नि like अरू के हुन सक्छ हैन र like because that was a bomb ass fight.
You've parted ways with them for good, or?
Yeah, I mean, hi hello, I guess, you know, like अब त्यस्तो अब त्यो अब जिम खाना मुई थाई and I'm boxing, you know what I mean? So अलिकति अब उनीहरूले पनि त बक्सिङलाई टप प्रायोरिटी दिन गाह्रै हुन्छ होला नि त किन एज अ मुई थाई जिम होइन लाइक बक्सिङ इज डुइङ गुड बक्सिङलाई अब मेन बनाऊँ
yeah
भन्ने त होइन बिकज I will tell you this, Muay Thai will never become as big of a sport as boxing. Never. Like even in world class level, even international, it will never because it's a different vibe. But MMA, you know, might have a chance. UFC and everything, but Muay Thai will never become that. Okay, it's traditional way, you know. It's just nice.
The Muay Thai भन्ने it's part of MMA भन्छ नि like you know like
I mean, everything is MMA, mixed martial
like,
arts, like in everything. But
they look at Muay Thai more is going like MMA, but especially with
yeah, like
the one championship,
one championship,
like now they're having like cross rules, like 1 round MMA, 1 round Muay Thai, 1 round MMA.
What?
ए उयसको
Demetrius
Mighty
Johnson.
Mouse.
I don't think that's gonna work. I mean, they should try to experiment where they have the platform. Why not? And one championship, one person, it's like Asian people doing that
Wild,
shit.
Sonny, one championship striking level, the bro.
As soon as I see like Asian people like doing good, I'm like Asian power. I support them right away. Yeah? Nothing negative, man. You know? But like even if America is saying North Korea is bullshit, like I'm like, why? You are bullshit. Like you hit the bomb, Hiroshima. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Like killing so many people. Who the fuck? Like America, they have nuclear and other countries can't have nuclear. What the fuck? Who are you? I mean, you know what I mean? Who the fuck are you? If Nepal wants to make nuclear, we're not going to use it. Let us keep it. Why not? Why do you have it? Why can North Korea have it? I mean, if North Korea and America go to war and let's say America lost, they will let that nuclear go and kill everybody. If North Korea loses, the same thing. They will let the nuclear go and kill everybody. I mean, अब हुँदैन हुनुपर्ने कुरा बनाइसक्यो उसले अनि हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ तिमीसँग हुनुहुँदैन भनेर वर्ल्ड लिडर टाइपको हुनु खोज्ने क्या विच आई डोन्ट थिङ्क वर्ल्ड गभर्मेन्ट इज नट अ ब्याड थिङ होइन तर not white people, man. Not that not white folks, man. They don't know. They can't relate. Yeah, they haven't been, you know.
yeah
एपीको दबिएको छैन क्या अनि अरू रेसहरू छन् त अरू सबै रेस छन् त हेर त अनि त्यहाँनिर क्या
especially in America
That's ढिलो भइरहेको
होइन maybe she's asking मेरो गर्लफ्रेन्ड she's asking कति आउने सोधिरहेको
how you maintaining your personal life and your professional life, like, especially how like because you're like balls
I mean मैले मेरो यस्तो क्या मैले अहिले मेरो गर्लफ्रेन्डलाई चाहिँ I told her my work will always come first, my country, my work, and I think she understands. Sometimes she's young, very young than me, so sometimes she doesn't. So I will have to understand that part. Okay, she's younger, she don't understand, but I made myself clear like she's very important to me, but I have to sacrifice certain things to make certain things happen. Neither, and I think she will get it. She sees how much work I put in. And so she must understand like, oh, it means a lot to him and बुझ्छ होला नि त अब अहिले ठिक छ यार it's like I mean personal life is like it's okay you know it's better than पहिला नै भन्दा चाहिँ you know definitely धेरै like I don't like you know I don't even entertain other people like you know like अब पहिला बार हुँदाखेरि entertain गर्नु पर्ने जस्तो I don't I'm like completely focused as a coach and focusing on my fighters I got a good girl with me so I'm like under the radar type of thing right now and just working right now man
It's not easy to do, right? Because
it's not
especially like
it's
the
not,
type
it's
of
not.
dedication you put into it.
अब यस्तो हो कसो हिँड्छ like social media and like केटाहरू are always having fun going out हुन्छ नि and you're like I could have been doing this but man nah I don't want I mean I sort of grew out of it I don't want to do it no more like doesn't make any sense to me like going spending money like
That gets old pretty quick. Especially like I think most people they miss out on that during their formative years or something. Like teenage years. Most people miss out on that and like they compensate like when they're in their 20s, late 20s, 30s, maybe even some people even like 50s. So
good time would be to work hard in 20s 30s which I even like maybe I even make some mistakes like 2-3 वर्ष अस्ति नेपाल आएपछि अनि like 45 तिर retire हुने and have fun man save enough money to do that you know maybe have a like हुन्छ नि passive income आइराख्ने कुनै केही कुरा हुनु पर्यो and chill like you know
That's the dream.
त्यस्तै होइन त्यो नै ठिक हुन्छ अहिले lot of people चाहिँ ट्रेड कस्तो भने चाहिँ अब हुन्छ नि once त्यो puberty hits you want to drink smoke have sex like you know show off and रोइ घरमा बाइक किनिदियो asking money to dad mom you know what I mean everybody is like that अनि अब ट्रेन्ड सेट त्यो हामीले अब जस्ट लेट्स से हामीले नै त्यो मेरो बच्चामा इन्स्टल गऱ्यो भने and then my kids can त्यसरी नै जानु पर्यो इट्स टफ क्या लाइक अब गएर अरूको बच्चालाई कन्ट्रोल गर्ने अरूको हाउसमा के गर्नु तपाईँले कसरी हाउ टु रेज अ किड भनेर भन्नु मिलेन होइन I mean like some people they'll come to the gym and like I want my kids to do this you know I want them to have self-confidence and stuff like that I wish more parents did that now I wish my father did when I was a kid like bro I was this kid like this no in school I would do this I had no self-confidence yeah you know I was turn around couldn't look up you know stuff like that bro after boxing like it's just like man self-confidence is boxing it will take you to next dimension there's no coming down after that only I hope man मान्छेहरूले यो podcast हेर्दा पनि बुझोस् क्या like what can combat sports do for you man अनि it's not just तिम्रो health त भइहाल्यो only now you know self defense plus like your performance in every level क्या like business everything the way you look at the world just high head up
relationहरुमा पनि आउँछ
man it's
साथीभाइहरुसँग
grow and you will also get away from any bad circle and stuff like this you know
that actually like the common man has the total opposite viewpoint about combat sports like when they see like a fighting sport they feel like type they don't see the the actual ulta effect on it I think it's good like
people like to criticize what they don't understand so that you have to get in and understand once you understand the sport like the science art behind it you're like oh shit like damn that's how a jab works like damn with the jab I can like control the entire fight like it's the I mean sometimes even now as a coach I'm always inputting a lot of things in that daily basis I'm trying to learn new things and I'm like damn every day like it's like 11th year now in the field of boxing by training and now coaching you know and still and I know when I'm dying I always tell her I'll be like damn like you know should have you like oh you know I there's that learning process is non-stop man when you think like oh I'm khatra Nepalको कोचको प्रब्लम त्यही नै हो म पहिला यस्तो मान्छे म हैन म खतरा हो अनि द्याट्स वाइ इभन मारेर ठाउँमा देखेको छ क्या त्यो गुड फाइटर्सहरु किन त्यो लेभलबाट ग्रो भइसैन भने बिकज देयर इज नोबडी टु टिच देम further, you know. It's like, and then the coaches themselves have stopped growing, as a coach, now you have to keep growing. Once you think you know you're a master at it, then there's another motherfucker who thinks exactly the opposite. Is like, nah, you gotta keep learning, and then they have that edge. This podcast will be an evidence when we will have world champions like start making history and stuff like that. They'll be like, they'll put that side by sides like,
There'll be a clip ready.
no, for real, like, man, it's mad. Like, अहिले आफूहरूले चाहिँ अनि कति एभ्री विक गरिरहेको छ 70 पुगेछ है
Yeah.
70 weeks.
फर्स्टमा कसलाई बोलाएको थियो
टोनी दाइ
पहिला चाहिँ सुरुमा इनिसियली वाज जस्ट अस एन्ड
हो
देन
मैले मलाई फर्स्ट गरेको नै याद छ जस्तो लाग्यो त्यो बेला
त्यसपछि मनिषहरू
हो होइन ड्याम त्यति बेला कुरा गरेको है हामी आउने भनेर
एक वर्ष
ड्याम है तर मैले भने फर्स्ट लकडाउनतिर चाहिँ आई वाज इन लाइक एकदमै डिप्रेस लाइक कोठाबाट निस्किन सक्ने क्या त्यो हुन्छ नि रिफ्लेक्टिङ धेरैलाई भयो थियो
हामीलाई पनि भयो थियो खासमा कि यो नभएको भए लाइक हामी त्यस्तै
यो त कोपिङ मेकानिजम
for
a while
होइन आई मिन आई लाइक वाट यु गाइज आर डुइङ म्यान आई लाइक द नेम एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ सो यसरी नै गर्ने नि त्यो तर राम्रो यस्तो पडकास्टहरू त्यही नर्मल इन्टरभ्यूहरू भन्दा त्यही त राम्रो छ त्यो
H2O पनि इज बिन रेभोल्युसनाइजिङ बक्सिङ इन नेपाल नि युजिङ अब सिपिटीहरू भनौँ न स्ट्रेन्थ एन्ड कन्डिसनिङहरू लाइक विच इज नट डन बिफोर किनभने पहिला त अब एक्सर्साइज गरेर नि कुदाइन्थ्यो जिमहरूमा
अब एउटा फनी कुरा भन्छ होइन नेपालको टिम बक्सिङ गर्न गयो अरे क्या समथिङ लाओस कता गएको थियो अरे क्या अनि त्यहाँबाट पुरा सबै अब एसिया कति कन्ट्री आयो हुन्छ नि त नेपाली टिम त दौडिनेमा त फर्स्ट रे क्या अरू टिमहरूलाई त छोडिदिने अरे क्या होइन पछि अनि बक्सिङ खेल्न चाहिँ हारेर आइदिने अरे क्या फेरि रनिङमा चाहिँ कत्रा यहाँ रङ्गशाला कुदै गर्छ नि पहिला जस्तो कि अब अहिले अब अलिअलि आई क्यान सी अलिअलि तपाईँको भाइहरू दे आर लाइक यसो युट्युब सिट्युब हेरेर त इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्नु खोजिरहेको छ तर I mean, they don't understand the science behind it. Like, I would love to help them, but you know, it's like their coach has something against us type. Okay, I don't understand. Like, if you see somebody's doing good,
insecure हुन्छ नि bro. That's the main thing. I feel like as long as you're secure within your own skin, like हुन्छ नि, I don't think those people who are
हाम्रो गुरुङ पनि टिडी गुरुङ पनि त्यही छ नि
who?
टिडी गुरुङ
Tenzing.
Oh, TD is good, man. CPT उतै त हो नि उसले राम्रो गराइरहेछ अहिले केटाहरूको अब अस्ति अफ सिजन वी वर्क अन स्ट्रेन्थ नाउ इट्स म्याड कन्डिसनिङ वी हेभ 1 month camp for upcoming fight. I mean, we need to show out in this fight, man. I mean, भन न स्पोन्सर गर्नु मन छ नि तिमीहरूलाई हो
What tournament is it?
प्रकाश दा नेसनल च्याम्पियनसिप हो दिस इज अब इट्स अन November 12th or something like that. There's plenty of time लिएछ क्या हामीले मजाले टाइम पनि केटाहरू जस्ट नयाँ 5-6जना नयाँ केटाहरू छ अनि अरूहरू चाहिँ अब ग्याम्जो भाइ हाम्रो रबिन भाइ आउने बित्तिकै युल अल्सो बी इन द्याट फाइट होइन अनि
अरू जिमहरूबाट पनि तर राम्रो राम्रो दुईजना फाइटरहरू आउँदैछ नि बक्समान्डुहरूबाट
मलाई बक्समान्डुको चाहिँ त्यही वाङदी मनपर्छ अर्को एउटा भाइ पनि छ आई फरगट हिज नेम म्यान
चन्द्र
टल गाई होइन हि इज अल्सो डिसेन्ट आई लाइक हिम दुईजना they need to be in our gym. Like I've been telling the Anthony, like sky is not the limit, guys. They gotta understand. But eventually, I always wish best for people who actually really अब स्पोर्ट नै मन पराउँछ नि जो चाहिँ बक्सिङ नै गर्छु भनेर सोच्ने भने इभेन्चुली पिपल विल नो वाट काइन्ड अफ टिम दे निड टु सराउन्ड विथ भनेर इभेन्चुली एउटा स्टेजमा आएर बुझ्छ होइन I mean, fitness wise, I mean,
मिस नेपाल टिम त
होइन फिटनेस वाइज गर्ने or like होइन यत्तिकै अब एउटा कम्युनिटी वाइज टाइप गर्ने भने any boxing place is good, but if you I mean अब I should also feel like that होइन I think technically the most hardest working team is going to be us. Like I don't think any coach wakes up at 4:30 and grinds like me, and my fighters doing the same. Like we putting in work twice a day, every day, like 10 kilometers running every week twice, 3 miles every day, 4.82 kilometers that, and every day, like heart rate fluctuating like crazy, dog. I'm putting them, I tell them cardio should never be an excuse to lose a fight. If he's technically better than you and you lose, we can improve. But if you don't have cardio, you don't have discipline. You don't understand the sport, how much cardio you need to apply that technique. Like just to bob and weave, sit down, carry your weight from here to there, that takes a lot in a competition.
Dude, just carrying the glove takes a lot. Like in this position.
I know, it's like, you're supposed to block. You're supposed to block, it. But sometimes this or then it's like that time, that because you don't have endurance. That's where Tenzing TD comes in. He's helping and everything. I talk to him sometimes, and I'm like, "Yo, this is what we need, okay?" And then he does his work, and then he little magic. The young guy, he's going to also. I think he will use this platform for himself to grow even more as a coach also. आज पनि उनीहरूले मिलेर गरे भने मनी स्क्याम्स हो अनि टिडीहरू मिलेर त्यो मेडल डाउन इज टिडीको थिङ न and of course you're doing something positive will support
we wish you all the power and best to you and your fighters and your vision of boxing going forward. And I would definitely like to work with H2O in any combat aspect, if it's like later on MMA or striking, whatever, like long term.
मैले भनेको थिएँ नि तिमीलाई, but in a see for that I would also like, because यस्तो हुन्छ मैले तिमी आएर त्यहाँनिर if you're going to be doing grappling or MMA, whatever it is, like I have to make a separate space for it, that I gotta put lakhs of money into it, and then
in right time then.
Like people will think like, oh, this is a lot. It's only ABC. We have not even wrote A for apple. Okay, we're just learning the alphabets. This is nothing. I guess it's a long ass journey. People felt threatened and competitive voice to feel when they're thinking very very small country, small mind way.
Which is the case most of the time.
You got to think like, you're looking at Canelo, you got to think how to beat him. You got to think like that, like world champion who knew. If I were, how do I do it? Like, what is he doing right? Where is his flaw? I mean, I understand some BS is the and like, if not, then I mean, mentality. No. अब अर्को त्यो जस्ट पोखरामा भएको भाइहरूलाई चाहिँ जस्ट यो के अरे 3 dimensions, that's a good. I like Genius bhai. I really like him. He's technically very good. त्यो जानु दा भूमिलाल चितवन boxing त्यो कल्चरलाई नै प्रमोट गर्ने हो हैन, भूमि boxing. He's doing his thing. Even in Kathmandu, maybe we all have different gyms, we represent everything, but at the end of the day, I'm like culture I promote garra, so nothing to, if you take anything personal against me, like you did after energy time waste garra because I don't do that, don't have time and energy to do that, like already boxing takes so much. It takes a lot from you. I guess my hand hurts every day from holding pads. Like my fingers are like every day, crack every day. I need fingers. Okay, la. Jati choti gare pani it's like yesto bhaisakyo हैन पड्क्या पड्क्या गर्ने ल हैन naturally this the basic because of holding pads, and my left thumb has been cracked for like, I don't know, 7 months. It's not getting good. I mean, that's the sport. My body's lethargic. Coffee khane bittikai I was high गरिरहेको थियो भनेपछि that's how tired this sport gonna make you. So if you're spending time on envy and talking shit about other people, man, not in boxing. Do it like, if you're Kirana Pasale, get mad with another Kirana Pasale, but not in the sport of boxing,
Or in any combat sport, right?
Nah, can't. Just imagine you म अस्ति नै आउँदै हैन, अस्ति नि फेरि मैले भनेको थिएँ फेरि हिरो भएको जस्तो नसोच
दाइले के भनिदिएको हैन, ओ तिमी हामी म हिरो भएको होइन है क्या
किनभने फेरि त्यसलाई मेन्टली अलिकति होइन आउट भइरहेको थियो सो आई वाज लाइक जस्ट टु लेट यु गाइज न फेरि कोही समटाइम त्यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ क्या हामी हिरो बनायो हुन्छ नि पिपल थिङ्क हिरो बनायो हुन्छ नि लाइक सरी वी हेभ लाइक अ लिटल बिट अफ स्वैग म्यान आई मिन डोन्ट गेट म्याड एट अस हामी हिरो बनेको त होइन नि त लाग्ला त्यस्तो never my team we never become म हिरो हामी कहिले हिरो पल्टिनु खोज्दैन यार like that's what I tell my fighters you got to be present yourself as a champion inside and outside the ring तिमीलाई हिरो बनेको जस्तो लाग्छ नि तिम्रो एनर्जी त्यस्तो तिमीले सोचिरहेको त्यस्तो हो क्या हिरो पोज हान्छ भनेर सोचिरहेको होला क्या हामी त्यस्तो छँदै छैन क्या
along those lines just to last few things sometimes I feel you're a little misunderstood also like you're not everyone's cup of tea you know because you're sometimes loud a little brash a little honest, sometimes a little too honest also. Like you don't beat around the bush. Because I personally, I've trained with you also. You know? Like maybe not a long time, but I have had my time.
It's like this, man. I'm not 100% real, I know, but I try to be as real as possible. Yeah, and it will trigger people. I understand. I personally don't give a fuck, I know, but like. Whoever is being triggered, they should like do some more soul searching. Can't need a trigger boy. It will help you actually. It will help them become a better person. Yeah, you know so much about yourself. Like man, like even I right now. Sometimes when I'm going in scooter, somebody calls me. I'm like, man, don't like beat the shit out of you type thing. No, I'm like sometimes I'm like then I'm like, hey man, like check yourself, man. Check yourself, man. That's it. That's what you gotta do. You gotta check yourself. Yeah. Best thing we can do is learn हाम्रो आफ्नै habit कस्तो छ मेरो म कस्तो खालको मान्छे हो and checking yourself time and again man like त्यही नै हो क्या as you grow people will understand I mean all the lot of young guys boys most of the guys they follow me if you look at my followers everybody is all boys you know all little guys everybody who loves sport and stuff you know I mean still राम्रो support everybody is supporting me like एकदम राम्रो man I hardly get bad उयो क्या पहिला बरु म क्लब बार्दिनँ जेपाइदी कहिले जेपाइदी मेरो झैरा हुन्थ्यो होइन now you know
like guys are also looking to be motivated okay? They just want someone everybody needs a role model
oh yeah and you shout out to you Shukdev man for doing his thing in calisthenics and stuff man
that guy's a hard dude too
man's a legend
I haven't had the chance to like personally meet him
and, oh
yeah like,
man yeah I need to meet up man Shukdev you should call him man he's a good dude
man, you gotta hook us up man
I got you man Shukdev अब मैले चाहिँ अहिलेसम्म हुन्छ सुखदेव आई नो फेरि बाहिर के लाइक म म्याकबाट आउँदाखेरि वी टक अलिअलि अनि एकदम मलाई चाहिँ वी डोन्ट ह्याङ आउट अल द टाइम बट एभ्री टाइम इट्स जस्ट पोजिटिभ भाइब्स good
he's the dude who had that bike accident and came back with that revival
एक हिसाबले the fitness industry is revolutionizing it you know
with just a couple of bars
अनि like and Nepal is a perfect place to do that
yeah dude like
you know it's a perfect एकदम यार I tell him man like try for politics you can change certain things man this I tell him hopefully he will hopefully राम्रो छ उसको सोचाइहरू हैन I mean plus अब हेर्दाखेरि पनि अलिकति सोसाइटीले उसलाई एक्सेप्ट गर्न सक्छ क्या बरु हामीलाई अलिकति यसो हेरेर नि एक्सेप्ट नगर्ला होइन नि बिकज पिपल लाइक टु जज फ्रम आउटसाइड होइन इफ आई जस्तै म कहीँको नेता हुनु उठ्यो भने त्यो लाइक वाट लाइक सुखदेव आई थिङ्क इफ यु ट्राई पिपल विल लाइक एक्चुली हुन्छ नि मलाई ऊ राम्रो लाग्छ एकदमै गुड गाई म्यान सुखदेव
Alright brother this was a nice podcast nice having like yeah time just flew by man कति 2 घण्टा जस्तो भयो होला
थाहा हो shit
2 घण्टा भइसक्यो
this like we can go on but we'll save it for some other time
हुन्छ नि
thank you so much again bro like Saturday
no worries man म पहिले चाहिँ आउँछु भन्दै थिएँ thank you so much guys होइन फेरि पहिले चाहिँ आउँछु
let us know about your event
events we'll do our part make some noise man you know we are all like boxing fanatics here man combat sport anything for the sport
हुन्छ
just love violence
just love violence
also हाम्रो अस्ति लास्ट भिडियो एउटा साउथ गुरुको इट वाज लाइक गोइङ भाइरल कि So we'd like to apologize to no one.
Absolutely no one.
You can shove it up your ass.
No, we'll elaborate that next time, bro. When just 3 of us are here, no?
के भन्यो सद्गुरुलाई
कहाँ अस्ति हामीले सद्गुरु र रामदेव र बाबालाई चाहिँ झगडा बनाउनु पर्छ बक्सिङ म्याचमा कसले फाइट गर्दा कसले जित्छ भनेर अब
I think Ramdev, man, I seen him
त्यही
do
त
MMA or something.
Only wrestling.
I seen him do
My point
grappling
exactly,
and
bro.
stuff.
My point exactly. No?
Sadhguru is like he's
Adventure,
100 years old, man. Like he's just staying young. I don't know how.
Ramdev's got man. Ramdev will get on his back and choke the fuck out of like Sad.
Yeah, he won't have a chance.
Unless like Sadhguru's got like couple of good
No,
fast
Sadhguru
hands.
is like
That
just pass
lady
it.
comes to fight for.
Then we had this couple of ladies and dudes also.
होइन
actually.
फेरि that topic was followed by who has the bigger dick.
Yeah. We also said like who do you think has a bigger piece on them? And I thought Ramdev again. Like
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
Sadhguru,
he's,
Sadhguru.
Sadhguru, sorry.
No, I think Ramdev, man. Ramdev is like
No, he might have a longer day.
he might do something like this and like put that energy over
Reserve,
there.
yeah.
See that
Sadhguru is too passive. I don't even think he jerks off. He's like Sansar, life, this, that, and it's just chill. Okay?
Ramdev चाहिँ है anyway man त्यही कुरा गर्दाखेरि a ton of people got like triggered. I mean like good for them, like whatever. Like
I mean, I like.
I'm like they started. The point got a little messy because they started attacking our family, like
Oh,
our
damn.
upbringing, like तँलाई तेरो बाउ आमाले यही सिकायो खालके हुन्छ नि.
होइन यस्तो सद्गुरुले
It's a
राम्रो भन्ने
crummy
कुरा
fucking
त
pants,
आफूलाई
eh?
पनि मनपर्छ नि कुनै कुनै कुरा त होइन
It was nothing against them.
त्यो त्यतिकै जोक गरेर
No, we were just joking like who's gonna win in a fight and who's got a bigger dick. Then this lady got into our DMs and she's trying to turn it into a feminist thing like सद्गुरुको छोरी छ थाहा छ त्यो छोरीले यो देख्यो भने के हुन्छ I'm like shut the fuck up lady होइन there's worse things Sadhguru's been called than having a bigger dick like basically I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to turn this like Sadhguru business into some feminist fucking agenda like we are cursing our ladies or something.
Actually, like my family, my whole family is Sadhguru, not this Sadhguru though, like this is not the commercial one. It's another guy, yeah. It's another guy.
Art of living
Siddhi
the-
Baba
He has
भनेको ल तपाईँले
duties, दाई
सिद्धि
सारी
बाबा भनेको
अब यहाँनिर उसको सत्सङ पनि छ नि वसुन्धरामा my whole family is त्यो तर it's not the commercial Sadhguru क्या my family, my father's side family, they don't eat meat, none of that stuff होइन I mean personally I find it boring
So
होइन?
last night comes down to like people are always looking for inspiration and motivation from someplace else. Like you said, if you look deep down inside, you'll find it within you. But at some people just need a little help, Like
Sadhguru is not a bad guy, Ramdev is
Yeah.
not a bad guy, they were just joking
joking
like,
on the like for some people you might be Sadhguru at this point of time. For your boxers, like they might listen to what like blindly trust you, and as long as you don't abuse the trust, you keep motivating them, keep inspiring them. More power to you. Just the like whatever, man. We'll get back to this again.
Each person that was triggered, and I did the thing of
they
like
should do some
follow,
soul
like
searching.
not following, but like looking up their profiles. Yeah, whole profile, mother like each post ko there's a Sadhguru photo. So
if they
fan,
if they ask
it was more like
Sadhguruलाई क्या
Sadhguru fan club.
यस्तो भन्यो Sadhguru like how do you feel like Sadhguru what would
त्यही
you
त
say
bro
You won't care.
मैले
You won't
मेसेज
care.
हामीले मेसेजमा त्यही लेखेको लाइक सद्गुरुले यो क्लिप हेरेर हाँस्यो होला तिमीहरू चाहिँ किन टेन्सन लिएको जान आफ्नो आमा बाउसँग टाइम स्पेन्ड गर त क्या हामीलाई इडी गर्नु भन्दा लाइक
they just have time in their hand
anyway bro sorry to get you caught up in this again
no sir
you'll be in this clip along with us.
Sadhguru के चाहिँ भन्थ्यो राधा स्वामी
alright bro this was an awesome one thanks bro
ल